Welcome to the Cable Box Dynasty, or at least that's what it's going to feel like this week. It's actually the box office dynasty, but we really don't have any movie stuff to talk about, so...
Big TV week.
Cable Box it is. I'm your host, Josh.
And I'm Jack.
And welcome back, and we got a great episode for you guys this week. We are going to go over some box office numbers, and we're going to talk about the Hunger Games trailer that just dropped. And that's it for movies. I mean, there's really nothing else going on right now. But we got some TV stuff. We're going to review season 3 of Shrinking. Very exciting. We're going to talk about the premiere episode of The Boys. Then Jack's going to talk to us a little bit about the premiere of Maul Shadow Lord. Sorry, I haven't gotten around to it yet. There's just too much coming out in the realm of
good shit.
television. And then we're going to play another round of Tower of Categories this week. So nice, chill episode. How you doing this week, Jack?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. I mean, I think this last week might have been one of the best weeks ever in terms of shit for nerds, like in the TV realm. And we were getting Daredevil, Maul, The Boys, Invincible, all peak episodes this week. And we're eating good. So I'm doing fantastic. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. I'm not caught up on pretty much any of it because I got a life to live.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, nice one.
No, I am caught up on Invincible because I've been pretty locked in. I do think, and we were talking a little bit about this over text, you know, that this is probably my favorite season of Invincible since the first season. So I've been pretty locked in, but everything else I'm kind of like slowly catching up with. Like I've seen 2 episodes of Daredevil. I've seen the first episode of The Boys. I haven't seen any of Maul yet. I haven't started season 5 of Hacks, which is the final season of that show. I haven't gone to that yet. So there's a lot going on. Instead, me and my friends Killian and Matt, who were obviously on the show previously, we went to this thing over in Hoboken called this is your worst nightmare, by the way. Like I lived your worst nightmare. It was a mac and cheese crawl. So it's like a bar crawl, you know, when you go around to different bars and stuff, but with mac and cheese. So we went around and it was like 15 different places. And they had like different kinds of mac and cheese. Like there was one that was like a Daytona mac and cheese, and it was like garlic mixed with barbecue and buffalo, and it was so fucking good.
That's
it was
just
awesome.
Too much mac and cheese. 15 different places.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. By the last few, I was bitching like a motherfucker about it. I was like,
You're
am done.
bitching about it?
I was done, dude. I was so full. And you have to
go
walk
home.
You have to walk to all the places. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
not exactly.
yeah.
It's not like one street. You know, Hoboken is a decently sized city.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I'm just feeling it, like, sloshing around in my fucking stomach.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I am done. It was so good. And you know what the worst part was, too? Is all the first few ones we went to were really good. They were, like, the better ones. And by the end, they were not good. And, like, I don't know if it was the mac and cheese itself wasn't good or if we just were not feeling it anymore.
You were cheesed out, man.
Or because it went from like 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. and it was getting close to 5 p.m. So I was like, maybe like it's just we're getting the shit batches now. Like I don't know. But yeah, by the end it was like we would eat one mac and we're like done, and we threw it out. But we got these cool shirts. Send nudes, you know. So, like,
any men listening, send him nudes.
Yeah, well,
send your noodle.
Ed, you're gonna do it anyway, I'm sure. But it was a tremendous amount of fun. And then we went into the city. We got a couple drinks. We went to Central Park for a little bit. Like, I just enjoyed the Saturday. I feel like Chicago, Saturday in the Park, you know, great song. But
it sounds like a good day for anyone who isn't me, honestly. Like, I notoriously hate mac and cheese. I think it's disgusting. And you ate it for 4 hours straight.
I did.
That's like literally
the
worst shit I could ever think of.
And it was so good. And I couldn't help but think the whole time that it was literally like there were at least 5 occasions where the 3 of us were like, man, what a good day today is. Like we were just recognizing it in the moment.
It sounds
and then
fun.
I would think to myself, like, yeah, meanwhile, Jack would actually be living this is hell on earth for you. Like,
if it was any other
hell.
food that's like not ass, I would have been like, that's a great day. Central Park, eating and drinking with the boys, perfect. But no.
No, it was I know it has been well documented on this show, but I just got to say, since the nudes are relevant this week, I am still shocked with your taste palette that you don't like mac and cheese. Like, it always was something that really, like, kind of blew my mind.
It sucks. Noodles should not have that kind of cheese. The only cheese that should be on noodles is like Parmesan and mozzarella and maybe like regatta or some shit like that.
Nope, nope, nope,
The
nope.
Italian stuff.
It was delicious. There was one place. Have you ever heard of Wonder? It's like
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot about it, but I had heard of it before. You know, the place where it's like the celebrity chefs, like their dishes and
It's like
stuff.
all, oh no. Wait.
It's like
I've
the guy explained it. It's like this place where they get recipes from like a bunch of different celebrity chefs and you can order it and stuff.
I just ordered Wonder like literally 2 weeks ago for the first time, and it was like, maybe it was that because it was like Frank's bread and meat or something like that.
Whoa! Someone
like,
sent you the nudes.
I was like, who the fuck is Frank? And I ate it, and it was pretty good actually. It was a burger and some like fucking fries.
They were one of the ones doing it, and they had like a truffle mac and cheese. Oh, it was so good, but it's just so filling. Like, it's heavy. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
glad you had a
some
good
of them
time.
are heavy. So yeah, I had a great
Sounds
time.
like you had fun. That's really all that matters.
It was great. So that's why I'm not caught up on Maul or these other shows, because I was spending 4 hours of my life eating mac and cheese and drinking free beer.
Yeah, you're being a fatty.
And you know what was really cool? Matt actually sent this. We didn't know that. We didn't run into him, but you know who was there participating in this as well, like walking around?
Guy Fieri.
No.
No?
Can you imagine if Gordon Ramsay was doing that, just like eating fucking mac and cheese?
Dude, his mac
Hoboken?
and cheese probably sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you probably wouldn't even like it.
No, what? How? I don't think anything he would make would suck unless it has beans in it, and that's just because I don't
think-
like beans. That's not because of him.
When I think of him, I think he would just do it like he'd make like a fancy mac and cheese, and
Yeah,
like, you don't want
maybe.
that.
Why not?
I don't
Something
know.
different. That's the point of the whole mac and cheese crawl, is that you're trying all different kinds of macs. You know what I mean?
I'm just
Like, it's
anti-Mac, I
different.
guess.
Yeah, really. You're macophobic. I mean,
am
it's
macophobic.
it's crazy. But no,
Who was
we saw
there?
it. Well, we didn't see him, but we saw after the fact that he was there. New York Giants quarterback Jackson Dart.
Oh shit, was he? Yeah, I mean, he was mac and cheesing, I'm assuming.
He was mac and cheese, and he went to some of the same places that we went to. We just didn't see
Damn.
him at the same time.
That's sick.
That would
actually.
have been cool. So
You're always like
um,
right after a celebrity, like when
I
you're
know.
Marty Supreme, Timothy Chalamet.
I know. Oh, don't even remind me about how
Yo.
it was the same showtime, but the day later. Like, instead of the
sucks, man.
Thursday, it was the Friday.
He was probably looking
Um,
at his calendar and he's like, which one am I going to do? 7 o'clock on Friday or 7 o'clock on Thursday? And he's like, I'll do Friday.
Nah, he would do Thursday because that's like the first show.
Oh,
You know
which,
what I
oh, I thought
mean?
you went to the Thursday one?
I went Friday,
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, so he
he
chose
went to
before you.
Thursday. That's what they usually do. Is they usually do the Thursday previews because it's like the first audience. So they're like,
Now you know.
you guys are the first people to see this movie.
Go to
Um,
see Dune on a Thursday at Lincoln Square.
I tried. I fucking tried. They came out with the pre-release tickets for Dune Part 3 70mm IMAX like 6 months in advance or whatever, how many months in advance, the same way they did with the Odyssey.
Yeah.
And I was on the website like right when the clock struck noon, and the whole thing just crashed.
Oh, yeah, of course it did, dude.
I was
That's
so
crazy.
I spent an hour of my life, of my own free time the only free time I had in that hour, lunchtime, trying to get these fucking tickets, and I could not get them. And look, they will put more showtimes and 70mm, and even if I don't go opening weekend, I am seeing Dune Part 3 in 70mm.
Yeah,
Like,
you
that
might as
is
well.
just same with the Odyssey. I can't see myself not going to see it a second time just to see it in that format, because it's not like, I can't stress enough for you and everyone at home, it is not the same. It is not the same as any movie you've ever seen in any other format. And that's why it's it's becoming like concert tickets. It's insane.
Yeah, that is insane that they sold out that quickly.
Anyway, that's a good way for us to transition into our news nuggets this week. I don't know. I
Yeah.
usually let you go first because you always seem to have something.
I have a couple, but you take it. I got 3 or 4 actually this week, quite a bit. So
I
I'll let
just
you
don't
go.
think there's going to be any crossover between hours this week. So you want to go back and forth?
We'll go back and forth, sure.
All right, I'll start. The first one I have is that Janet Jackson will not appear as a character in the upcoming Michael biopic, which comes out later this month. The movie, which is being produced with involvement from Michael Jackson's estate, had invited Janet to be a part of the production, but she declined it. Reportedly, not obviously confirmed, but reportedly there is tensions in the Jackson family surrounding the film and its portrayal of Michael. So, and this is apparently really between Janet and their brother Jermaine Jackson. So the movie, and I mean we get this a bit from the trailers, looks like it's going to focus more on Michael's solo career and his relationship with his father Joe rather than the entire Jackson family. Which I get it. You could say, well, it's a Michael movie, sure, but Janet Jackson is by and far the second most popular member of this
Yeah, of
family.
course.
It is going to be weird to have a movie about the Michael Jackson and obviously the Jackson 5 and everything around that family and not include Janet.
It's also weird if there's tension about the movie, but the movie is portrayed by Michael Jackson's nephew, right? Jafar
Right,
Jackson.
Jafar Jackson, yep.
So, I mean, that's family drama if I've ever seen it.
Right.
I mean,
And I'm curious to see this movie because we also know, or at least, I say that generally speaking, I don't know if you know, they had to rewrite the entire third act of the movie
I heard about that.
because it was going to talk about the accusations of, Neverland and everything that happened there. And there was something in some sort of agreement, settlement with one of the victims or one of the, alleged victims, that they don't ever be mentioned in anything publicized or, whatever. So they had to completely block all of that out and rewrite the third act. So it's going to be interesting. I am definitely interested to see how this movie comes out. You know what I mean? Especially because there's the rumors that if it does well, they'll do a sequel, the second half of the
Right, 'cause
story.
it's supposed to
So
be part 2. And there's a lot of hype around it.
There is. It's probably, besides Mario, the biggest release of the month or the biggest anticipated release of the month of April. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens there, but certainly some family drama leading up to the release of Michael.
Yeah, there's definitely some beef. I posted a video about this. I don't know if you saw, but I wanted to get your opinion on it. Sam Witwer's screams as Darth Maul are being used and implemented into the lightsaber noises in the new Maul TV show. And I think that is so fucking cool. I don't know if you saw that. Did you see anything about that?
I did see that, yeah.
Dude,
I assumed you would talk about this just when we talk about Maul, actually.
I was going to, but I was like, it's such cool news to me that Sam Witwer is Maul. He's Sidious in Rebels. He's Starkiller from Force Unleashed. And now he's voicing a fucking lightsaber, pretty much. Like, this guy is such a super fan. I don't know. What do you think about it? It's just so cool to me.
I think it's beyond him. Obviously, he's very impressive and he gives incredible. He's one of the better voice actors out there. But also it's a lot of props to the sound mixing team behind this show.
Yeah.
Because when I listen to the video, like it's not just like you hear, like they showed the clip of him in the booth recording it, and then they show, a short couple second clip from the show. And like when you're listening, if you're not listening for it, I don't even think you would notice it.
No, it's hard to tell.
But when you're listening for it, I do think you kind of hear it in there, and it's blended so well. And that's where I think the props, of course, to Sam Witwer, but also to the sound mixing team behind Maul Shadow Lord for having the creativity to come up with this idea and then to find a way to seamlessly blend it into the other sound effects. That's the kind of stuff that deserves awards, in my opinion.
It's just so cool, and it's so fitting for this character that's solely bent on rage, that his screams, every time he swings the lightsaber, you hear part of his scream. It's so cool. It's in the lore. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. I do think, I may not have started Maul yet, but part of that doesn't make me upset in the sense that there is even more hype building up as I'm almost like teasing myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You're
there's
edging.
more. I am edging, the nudes have not been sent to me yet.
Yeah.
But I like the buildup is so incredible for me, as we, get closer to May the 4th and everything like that. And so when you hear things like that, obviously from, the supposedly great animation and now the great technical work behind the scenes, the
It's a
voice
lot of
work, like
love.
there is a lot, and I don't really know anything story wise. Obviously, I haven't watched it, but just from the technical aspects I know of this show so far, it is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of love going into it.
All right. So my next news nugget, by the way, I have three. So my next news nugget is actually surrounding something that we had been keeping track on this podcast for many months, which is the Warner Brothers Paramount merger. There's not like a big update, but the news nugget is that over 1,000 major names in Hollywood have signed an open letter opposing this Warner Brothers Paramount merger. So I just wanted to read some of the names that are included, just to give you an idea of how widespread of an opposition there is to this merger, which we have obviously documented and chronicled on here about just how dangerous this is for the future of the media
Yeah.
landscape.
Add our names to this list.
Yeah, so Josh Kesslinger, Jack Maloney. And so we have Denis Villeneuve, David Fincher, Bryan Cranston, Mark Ruffalo, Joaquin Phoenix, J.J. Abrams, Ben Stiller, Damon Lindelof. I actually don't know who that is, but Javier Bardem, Noah Wiley, Glenn Close, Jane Fonda, Don Cheadle, Jason Bateman, Lily Gladstone, Marissa Tomei, Sandra Hüller, Yorgos Lanthimos, David Chase, Alan Cumming, Adam McKay, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Rosario Dawson, Emma Thompson, Kristen Stewart, Daniel Kwan, and more. So there is major, major opposition. Will that do much to move the needle? Not really, but
Probably
you
not.
wonder how willing are actors going to be to work with Paramount once this is complete?
Yeah, I was wondering that. Are they gonna just refuse to work for them, or is Paramount even gonna be able to push out movies after this? Like,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
there, especially with the way that people see Paramount Studios, it didn't even land a single Oscar nomination last year. A lot of if you look at their catalog the last couple of years, is pretty weak
Pretty
compared to some
ass.
other major studios. So, um, and they reportedly have their own blacklist of people who speak out, especially in regards to thing like Israel and Palestine and other kind of global events that are ongoing like that. They kind of, because of their ties, especially now with all the money that they're pooling for this merger from Middle Eastern, oil tycoons. So there is definitely a lot, we talk about tension in the Jackson family. There's just tension in Hollywood.
Huge tension.
So we'll see where that goes. That's all I have for now about that. Obviously, if and when we ever get more news, we always promise to make sure we report it. But yeah, a lot of unhappy directors, actors, writers, producers in the industry.
I have three more things of news. I'm gonna hit you with two quick ones. Um, this is for you. Peter Dinklage has been cast in Alien Earth season 2.
I did see that.
You with that? I'm sure you like that because Peter Dinklage is the goat.
Yeah,
And
that was a really cool show, and I think I actually obviously have no idea what they're going to do with him, but I've been very excited for season 2. I know not everyone loved the first season. I thought it was really ambitious storytelling for the television medium. So, and for specifically science fiction television medium. So,
yeah,
I look forward to see his involvement in a new season.
and I know we talked about like months ago about the new Fast and Furious movie and how they just weren't going to make the final one because of like money and blah blah blah. Studio. It is confirmed that Fast Forever is going to be the final movie in the Fast and Furious franchise, and it's coming out March of 2028. No one's gonna fucking watch that,
You know
dude.
what? You know what I'll say, Jack? That's like, I feel the same way about this that we said when they came out with The Conjuring Last Rites. It's the final one, but then they'll do like a prequel or some shit or a
Hobbs and
spinoff.
Shaw 2.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll do something because they feel, as long as it makes them money.
I
Isn't
mean,
that Paramount?
that's Paramount, and it's in the title. Fast Forever. They'll be doing this forever.
Yeah, that's a good point. So, I only ever saw Fast X in theaters. I went because other friends were going, and I obviously I didn't have the context of the first fucking all the other ones, but I
I
was just
know.
like, what is going on here, dude? Like,
I've only seen Furious 7. And I think I might have seen Hobbs and Shaw. So I've seen 2 of like the 11 movies they have.
yeah, not my cup of tea.
Hell no.
My last news nugget is regarding a show that we love, both of us, that we haven't really talked about in a while, and that's Saturday Night Live, which has released its final 3 host/musical guest pairings of season 51. I don't know if you saw these, but they're all really, really interesting in
I
my
think I
opinion.
did.
So I just want to put it out anyway because I want to ask a quick question regarding it. So these are the final 3 shows for season 51 of SNL. May 2nd, Olivia Rodrigo will be doing double duty. She's been on Saturday Night Live as a musical guest. I think this will be her first time doing double duty.
Mm-hmm.
On May 9th, we're getting Matt Damon hosting SNL with musical guest, and you'll love this, Noah Khan.
I'm very
I know
excited for that episode.
I know you will love that. I saw that. I was like, this is going to be like, I know you'll tune in for that one. Like, you
100%.
may not tune in every week. You will tune in. By tune in, I mean watch it on streaming or clips
Yeah.
afterwards. But you will definitely tune in for Matt Damon and Noah Khan. What a pairing. And then the season 51 finale. This one caught me by surprise. Will be hosted by SNL legend Will Ferrell, musical guest Paul McCartney.
Yeah. I think this is, for me personally, one of the best 3-week lineups of SNL ever. I mean, I love Olivia Rodrigo. I don't know how she's going to be as acting, but I love her music. That's like my what's it called when you have like something that you're kind of embarrassed about, but you don't want to.
Guilty pleasure.
That Olivia Rodrigo is my guilty pleasure. And Matt Damon, Noah Khan representing New England. Those I fucking love both of them. And Will Ferrell and Paul McCartney. That's like an iconic duo. I mean, it can be an iconic duo. Those two are iconic with themselves. I mean, that's awesome.
I want to ask you a quick question, just for a minute here about it. Does the Will Ferrell Paul McCartney duo as a finale on the season give you the impression it might be a send off for Lorne Michaels?
It gives me the impression that they're gonna. That's it. There's a reason that they're doing it. Like, it's not like, oh, they're just having these two people. Like, it's for something. I don't know if it's specifically Lorne Michaels' last show, or last season, but there's a reason they're doing that. I know there is, right?
Well, it's just, I mean, Will Ferrell is one thing. He supposedly has a new show that he is promoting or something. I don't know.
Oh, really? I didn't even know he was promoting anything. So
Well,
that's kinda why I
usually when
assumed.
someone comes on as a host, they're promoting something.
Well, that's why I thought it was weird that Will Ferrell was coming on. I was like, what is he promoting?
Apparently he's got some obscure new show. I don't know. The
Oh,
real
okay.
one to me was Paul McCartney. I mean, obviously they have him and Lorne, they go back. Paul McCartney, I think, has been on 4 other times, not including the 50th special that he was on last year. But I'm Paul McCartney, that is like not probably. Let me rephrase. That is the absolute biggest name you can get to come on this show as a musical guest. There
Unless
is
they got
not
John Lennon.
well, yeah, if Lorne figured out the key to resurrection, then he'll be there forever.
Yeah.
But there is unequivocally nobody bigger that they can get as a musical guest, in my opinion. So for them to be getting Paul McCartney, there's got to be a reason to it, right? Like, I don't know, especially because they just premiered SNL UK. I don't know if you know that. There's been a few episodes.
Saw that.
I saw a couple clips. You would think, okay, because he lives over there, that maybe he would just do that. He's coming over here he has a place in New York too, I think. But like, still, it is definitely like, I saw that. It's not alarming. It's just more like it definitely caught me. I was like, Paul McCartney? When is the last time he was just on a regular SNL episode? The special was one thing,
Yeah.
but
And I thought the same thing when I saw Will Ferrell, because I didn't know he was promoting something, so I was like, oh shit, they're getting the king back. All right.
yeah. So, well, that is the lineup. And did you see, by the way, just before we move on, while we're on SNL, that they had an episode just before, and it was Jack Black as the host and Jack White as the musical guest. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah. They had to get those two together at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Anyway, so that's all I have on that.
yeah, my last bit of news. If you haven't seen it, I can dance around it, and if you have seen it, we should talk about it. Did you see what Mike Coulter posted on Instagram about spoiling the Daredevil finale?
I didn't see what he posted. I heard that that happened.
Okay, so then we're not going to talk about exactly what he posted, but Mike Coulter, who plays Luke Cage, posted a photo of him and Charlie Cox, and I think it was Kristen Ritter, and Charlie Cox is wearing a certain outfit, and it spoils either Daredevil Born Again, like a huge plot lines of either Daredevil Born Again season 2, the ending, or the beginning of season 3, or Spider-Man Brand New Day. No idea, but it's huge. So he deleted it minutes after he posted. All the comments on his Instagram now are like, dude, you just spoiled the entire
Did
show.
you see it?
I saw it, which is very disappointing because
But did you like seek it out, or you just happened to go on at that time?
I saw someone else say, "Hey, did you guys see what Mike Coulter posted?" But didn't do a spoiler warning.
See,
So
that's what's so annoying. Like, I don't even like talking about it right now because, I don't want to encourage people to go out and seek it for themselves. It ruins the
well,
fun.
maybe this is a good warning then. If you see someone talking about it, it's a spoiler for Daredevil Born Again. I mean, I'm glad
for
you.
any,
Yeah, we don't know what it's a spoiler from.
I heard about it. I didn't know what he posted though.
He posted it, dude. He's got to be in huge trouble because I saw it. It's a huge deal, and it's. I mean, he's got to be in a lot of trouble because everyone's talking about it now. But
But
I'm
doesn't
very
that
annoyed.
make you like a little less excited now about
Yeah,
just
I'm
the upcoming
pissed.
stuff? Just because now
Yes,
you know it?
I'm very annoyed, and I hope it's maybe like the beginning of season 3 and not the end of season 2, because I would hate to know how a season ends this early. We still have like 6 episodes left. And if
Right.
this is how the season ends, I'm annoyed as fuck. If it's like a small Spider-Man plot line, it's okay, whatever. And if it's like the premiere couple episodes of Daredevil, it's like, okay, whatever. But if it's the ending of Daredevil season 2, I'm gonna be very annoyed.
Right, but if it's as major as like you and other people are making it out to be, then I don't think it even matters when it appears. It's just the fact that now you know it's going to happen.
I'm just coping. I'm just trying to cope with like I
Yeah.
hope it's not as big as it seems like it is. But he deleted it immediately, so it's like so if you see anyone talking about Mike Coulter's Instagram post, just scroll past.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what? Maybe they should have just left Luke Cage with Netflix, let him be, because
I know.
they would have saved themselves a lot of trouble with
They
this.
hired him back and he immediately spoils the end of the show.
Like I would have been like, you know what, buddy? Go back to Netflix. We're
I
done. We're
know.
done. We don't need
Insane.
Luke Cage.
I can't believe he
Um
did that.
yeah. Well, Marvel unfortunately does have this history of their actors spoiling big things. Like obviously Mark Ruffalo literally spoiled Infinity War in that
Yeah.
interview with Don Cheadle, and obviously everyone played it off as an exaggeration
Yeah, we all
because
thought it
he
was a
said
joke.
he was like, "Oh, everyone dies or something," and then it was like true, everyone
Yeah.
pretty much died.
No, and then Don Cheadle like hit him. He's like,
Yeah, he was like,
and he's
"Dude,
like,
dude."
half of the people die. Half the people die.
But everyone thought it was like an exaggeration. Like he's like, "Oh, this one's crazy. You can't." And
Yeah.
then like that was true. You know what I
I
mean?
know.
So,
And then Tom Holland is spoils shit all the time.
right.
And now, Mike Coulter. So I just thought that was insane. I'm glad you didn't see it. That's the end of the news, right?
That is the end of the news. I know you had something you wanted to bring up before the box office numbers.
I want to talk about something for a couple minutes because I think it's interesting. We're not talking about Invincible today. So I've been seeing this question online and I just want to know your opinion on it. If Conquest was sent to Earth instead of Nolan, do you think he would have defected? And how long do you think it would have taken him?
No,
Really?
I don't.
I'm in between because Conquest is the loneliest Viltrumite, right? Like he everyone's scared of him, he says. I think if he was on Earth and got a little bit of love from someone like Debbie, he might have changed.
But I think the difference between Conquest and Nolan is his arrogance. Like he is so. I don't even know how to put. Like Conquest is just a lot. He's like a tougher egg to break. You know what I mean? Like I just don't think Conquest would have. That's assuming he would have been able to have love, have a family. Like what Nolan breaks because of his relationship with Debbie, not because he's beloved by the rest of the planet. And his
Yeah.
relationship with his sons. If Conquest has a family, I guess there's a chance. I just think it's that archetype of like a lonely obsessor. Like I just don't see that same room for redemption in his character the same way Nolan had.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are forgetting that he's so much older than Nolan. I mean, Nolan's 1,000 years old and he looks 50. Conquest looks 70, so he's probably like 2,000 years old. I
Right.
mean, he's been loyal to the Viltrum Empire for 2,000 years. I mean, the whole purpose of him going to Earth is to have children, so I think he'll have a family. I think if
But
he
is he going to have the ability to connect with his family the same way Nolan did?
I think if he became Omni-Man, like an alternate universe where Conquest becomes Omni-Man and gets the love of the people as a hero, like pretending to be a hero, I think he would eventually turn. But I think if he goes just undercover, bangs a bunch of chicks, he's not and he has no, he doesn't give a shit about human life, there's no chance.
I disagree. I don't think he would. I mean, I'm not going to say, look, there's a chance, I guess. I don't know. It's fiction after all. But
Yeah,
like,
whatever the writer says.
whatever it's like Stan Lee. Yeah. The writer, it's whatever the writer wants. But based on the conquest that we know in this particular timeline, like, I don't see that room for redemption in there for him.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people have been talking about it, so that'd be fun to talk about
I
for a
actually
minute.
did not see that question, interestingly enough. I saw the one that I sent you where it was like 8 quintillion immortals and one battle beast to fight Thrag. And it's
Dude,
like,
it's so
let the 8 quintillion immortals deal with it while me and Battle Beast just hang out.
I love the fans just people shit on the animation, blah blah blah, shit on Thrag's voice actor, all this stuff. But when people shit on the Immortal, I'm all for it. I
mean,
love that.
I do reasonably think that the animation has gotten worse from season 1 to season 4, and that is because they are pumping out content more frequently, which is like, I guess you got to make the trade-off somewhere, but I watched some stills from 1 and then 4. It's not the same.
And
The
then there's
quality
like
is not on par.
the 1 or 2 episodes per season that the animation is just like next level.
But
Like
I don't think so. I don't think they've hit next level animation since then.
no, next
They
level
have
from
like
what we're used to. Like
I
it's
guess
an
like
upgrade.
they have really interesting shots, like one shot, but overall it has gotten very lazy.
It's like
The
whenever
animation is
Conquest
very
shows up, they
lazy.
decide to raise the budget a little bit.
Honestly, yeah, but like I saw a still from the upcoming episode and they compared it to the comic book, and it's like Alan and Nolan and Mark and Oliver
Oh, I saw that
and
too.
Fatty. Yeah. It is so bad. It looks so bad. I'm sorry. It does look
Yeah.
really bad. Like it's very dull and lazy in my opinion. And this is coming from someone who thinks this season narratively is the best since season 1. But just the animation, in my opinion, is definitely taking a downturn.
Yeah, and we'll get into all this when the season ends. I mean, we got 2 more weeks, and then we're at the finale, so it's coming up soon.
Yeah, you're getting me down a rabbit hole right now.
Yeah. Let's move on. But yeah, a week and a half, and we're done with Invincible, which is kind of crazy.
Box office numbers. So this is a movie podcast. Generally, we do have a little bit of movie talk this week.
Every now
and
and
that
then.
is. Why not? And that is the box office numbers from the weekend of April 10th through the 12th. Let's get right into it, folks. In 5th place, in its whopping 6th weekend of release, with another $4.1 million, is the Pixar original Hoppers, still hopping around in the top 5.
We're chugging along.
It is doing well. That finishes above 3 other films that had their opening weekend releases this past weekend. So Hoppers, despite all the competition right now, it has maintained its foothold in the box office. In 4th place, the only one in the top 5 in its opening weekend, with $8 million to show for it, is the new film You, Me, and Tuscany, starring Halle Bailey. It's this new rom-com that's come out. I've seen a couple of like teasers or TV clips, things like that. TV spots, I mean. There's definitely an audience for movies like that. We need more movies like that. So it's cool to see it. I mean, $8 million is, I would say, a pretty good opening weekend for that. In 3rd place in its 2nd weekend of release, making $8.7 million more is A24's film The Drama, starring Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. We talked all about this film last week, how much we loved it, how great it is, a big surprise, and that is showing by maintaining a top 3 spot in the box office. In 2nd place in its 4th weekend of release, with another $24.5 million, is the big film Project Hail Mary. And let me tell you, Project Hail Mary has officially crossed $500 million worldwide,
Whoa.
specifically $510.6 million. It is halfway to $1 billion. It's not going to get $1 billion, but
No.
it has crossed the $500 million point and is now tracking to finish its box office run at $700 million plus.
That's
So
awesome.
this is huge.
Yeah.
This is better than I think they could have expected. And for an original film, it's an adaptation, but for, like an original story film, um, I think that is proof that Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling is a movie star. He alone can get people out to the box office.
Yeah.
B, the word of mouth on this movie has done tremendous work. And C, just in general, like, people want movies that make them feel good. And I think sometimes there's some criticism about that, these, like, hopecore movies. But
Dude,
that's
those are
what
the
Project Hail
best.
Mary is. And I think that you're seeing that reflected in these numbers. It's literally at $510.6 million. Like, people are still showing up for this movie for almost a full month of it being in theaters. It's getting re-released in IMAX this week. It's
People like
getting
to feel
another
good
run.
and see it in IMAX.
So, this is a great movie, and I'm happy for its success. And in first place, in its second weekend of release, unsurprisingly, with another $69 million in its pocket, the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Another movie that is having success, if you can even call it that, after only not even 2 full weeks in the box office as of this recording. Super Mario Galaxy is now at $628.7 million worldwide.
Yeah.
Um,
That's $1 billion movie.
Oh, it is not a matter of if, it's a matter of when at this point, I would say. And you know what's interesting? Super Mario Galaxy is tracking 13% behind the first film at this point in their box office run. But it is still the powerhouse #1 at the 2026 box office right now. And it has been on Billy Watch. We're not at $1 billion yet, but I do think that unless there is some crazy drop off or whatever, there's just not a lot of competition for this audience, the rest of April. Really not until, May, right? Will there be more competition for this bracket of audience? It could cross $1 billion by next episode. It could.
Yeah, there's a chance. I wouldn't be. Yeah, it's
Or at
definitely
least
going to happen at
close.
some point.
At least close to it.
Yeah.
So those are your box office numbers for the weekend of April 10th through the 12th. Congratulations to the Super Mario Galaxy movie and Nintendo and everyone there for another successful weekend at the box office.
Good for them. Nintendo needs that money.
Yeah, like the Switches and everything are not too much, that with the price jacks that they have fucking done recently.
Dude, they need it. They can't make another Sluggers game apparently, but they can make fucking Mario movies nonstop. Like, come on.
Dude, I would
Sluggers.
give me a Sluggers movie, man. Just a movie where they're like all playing baseball.
Dude, that'd be
Fuck it.
Mario and
Fuck it.
Sonic at the Olympic Games, the movie.
I want it so bad, dude. I want that more than I can express on this podcast.
That should be
that
right
movie.
before Smash comes out. They just play baseball and do like winter sports.
Can you imagine if it went from this like galactic adventure and then the next movie they're just like fucking sledding down a mountain?
On the bobsled?
Yeah, you know
Sick,
what I mean?
dude.
That would be awesome. So anyway, there you go.
All right, so let's talk a little Hunger Games.
Let's do that. So we got a new trailer just today, actually, for the upcoming film, The Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, which is a prequel about Hamish what is it? Hamish Abernathy. I always forget. I'm always like Naberapthy. Like I'm always like fucking dyslexic with it. A Hamish prequel. I've never read the book. It came out like what, year or two ago?
Like literally a year ago.
Yeah, like a year ago. I haven't read it yet. I've read the other Hunger Games books. Eventually, I would like to read this one. What did you think of the trailer?
I've always wanted to see Hamish's games, and even before the book I was always interested because it's a quarter quell, meaning that there's a surprise. So it's the 50th anniversary. It's the 50th anniversary of the Hunger Games. So it's double the amount of players, and that always seems so interesting to me. There's 48 of them in the
Yep.
fucking games. And watching the trailer, the biggest standouts are Elle Fanning and Kieran Culkin. That's what I
I
think.
mean, I guess, but only because they showed more clips of them. In general, the casting of this looks incredible.
It looks
You,
great.
you
It's
have
only because those characters are the most
they're very
outwardly,
showy. They're very
yes,
showy. But I mean, Jesse Plemons as Plutarch is going to be like
legendary.
ridiculous. Obviously, like you said, you have Elle Fanning as Effie Trinket, and that's like a perfect casting. You have Kieran Culkin as Cesar Flickerman. That is a perfect casting. Like they really nailed this, and it
Ray
looks
Fiennes,
great. I wouldn't say that's the same level, I mean, of the others. It's just I love Ray Fiennes, so I think he'll be great, but
exactly.
I wouldn't say it's this like picture perfect casting like those others.
He's not as accurate as who was it, Donald Sutherland, I think. Um,
Donald Sutherland, yeah. Yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
as accurate to that, but I think and I forgot the guy who plays Haymitch, but he looks great.
Joseph Zada.
They have very similar mannerisms that you can tell. Like, even the way he speaks is like I remember Haymitch kind of talking like that.
Yeah, it's going to, and then you have other actors in this that we're all familiar with: McKenna Grace, Glenn Close, Maya Hawke. Like this is going to be, I think this is going to be a great movie. I was really impressed with the color use in this movie. Like
Yeah,
I feel like so many like, and I have like I ripped all my beard hair out complaining about how Mandalorian and Grogu visually looks like a fucking like Dodge ad, you know what I
yeah,
mean,
it's
or
gray
something.
as
Like
fuck.
it looks terrible from a visual standpoint. It just looks so bleak. This film looks like it has life. It has color. It is visually engaging for the audience. And just watching this trailer, like that's the way, like the world is bleak. And if you watch the original Hunger Games film, that's not how it is. But I like how Francis Lawrence, who has been the same filmmaker for all of the Hunger Games movies except that first one, has kind of brought this world to life while still retaining that very dystopian feeling that we got from the very first one and from the books.
There is like a springtime vibe to this movie. Even at the cornucopia, there's like flowers all around it, which was very colorful. So I thought that was really cool. I've talked to people who have read the book. They say it's their favorite. I mean, multiple people are like, it's the best book. And that could be recency bias, sure. I've never read any of the books, but I'm wondering, you don't know anything about the book. You don't know anything about the actual plot. I just know that there are really, really rated R scenes in this book. Like some of the darkest stuff that we get in Hunger Games, like straight up decapitations in full detail, holding a head to somebody else, like that kind of stuff. This is a PG-13 movie. I wonder how far they're going to have to stray from the accuracy of the
They
book.
will. I find it interesting because they really did make this pretty much in conjunction with the book. Like,
Yeah,
whereas
like they
the
knew this is happening
original,
soon.
the original Hunger Game movies came out, well after the books were written, and
Uh-huh.
then, now you have this one where they pretty much finished the book, like I said, a year ago, which means there was overlap between the creation of the book and at least the pre-production of the
Yeah.
film, if not some of the production. So I do, you're right. They're going to cut some of that more extreme violence and gore out, which is probably okay. I don't know how necessary that would be.
Yeah,
Again,
I
I
don't
haven't read the
know
book,
if
but
it's like you needed that or not. I just know it's in there.
I'm gonna try to read it before it comes out in what, November?
I think so because I know the last one came out in November,
Most of
so
them come out
probably.
in November, it seems. So I am going to try to read the book before it comes out. I've been trying to do that more lately because I do think, like, and I talked about this obviously with Project Hail Mary, when you watch the adaptation that is based off the book after the book instead of doing it the other, because I feel like when you do it the other way around, you watch the movie first, now you have the impression of the movie on the book, where the book, like a book takes more liberties. A book it's just not written the same way because it can go on more tangents. It can go deeper, whereas a
Yeah,
movie
you
is a
get way
little
more
restricted.
details.
So you kind of work when you're reading a book after you see the movie. I feel like you're working in those confines a bit, but if you read the book first, you take that impression to the movie, like you see what they were able to take from it's the source material, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what they're taking from it. So I'm gonna try to, if it comes out in November, I have plenty of time. If it comes out sooner, maybe not so much, because I have a couple other books that I need to read first. But that is definitely on my list. It looked so good. I am so excited for this movie.
What's your favorite of the movies?
Oh, for sure, Catching Fire.
Me
Catching
too.
Fire.
I've actually never seen either of the Mockingjay movies.
Really?
I've seen the first Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and I saw the prequel, and I'm gonna see this new one.
Yeah, Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see this new one. I don't know, the Mockingjay movies just don't seem interesting to me. I heard
Do you know like what happens in them?
Yeah, I know.
Like, do you know how Hunger Games ends?
No, I don't know how it ends. I just know some characters that die. So I'm like, all right, like
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care.
I don't know how you can be, because you seem like you like the universe. I don't know how you can feel that way and then not want to see how it ends.
I like the games. My favorite part of all the movies is when the game starts.
Right, but you know,
I don't
can't
know.
Just do the games forever. There is always going to be this rebellion that.
Well, we can do the games forever. That's what I'm doing. I'm skipping every movie that doesn't have the
No.
games, and I'm watching all the ones with the Hunger Games in it.
You got to watch the Mockingjay movies. They're pretty good. They're not as good as the first two movies, but they're pretty good. And I do think, actually, I do have a list somewhere on my letterbox. Go follow me.
I think the consensus is that at least the third one is the worst movie of the series.
The third one is the worst one of the series.
Because it's a part
I
one. I
agree
mean, like, that's what you kind of expect.
But I don't think a part one inherently makes a movie worse.
No,
you know?
but I'm just not surprised that a part one is worse.
I also rated the two Mockingjay movies the same. I gave them both like a 7 out of 10, or you know what I mean? So like,
yeah,
I do think that they have a consistency. It's just the second one is the payoff of the first one.
Yeah. And the second one, it's so cool, man. The shit that happens in the second one is just so dope.
My ranking from 1 to 5 is Catching Fire, then the original Hunger Games movie, then Songbirds and Snakes, then Mockingjay 2, Mockingjay 1.
So we have the same top 3. From the 3 I've seen, that's my exact order.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you liked Songbirds and Snakes more, because I was actually just looking at it and I saw you rated it higher than I did, and I thought it was a really good movie. But so I assumed you might have liked it more than the first Hunger Games.
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't seen Songbirds and Snakes in like a year or two.
Well, I haven't seen it since 2020, 3?
I watched it twice, so I can't remember. But I'm pretty sure I like it's my least favorite, but I like all of them.
I don't know if I just revisited all of them a few years ago when Songbirds and Snakes came out, so I don't think that I'm going to do that again.
Yeah.
You know, I like to put distance. I might wait like a decade, you know, like I might not do it till like I'm 33 years old. But I just did a revisit of those, and that, you know, when that one came out, and for this one at least I want to read the book. I don't think my ranking would change anyway at this point. So
you just reminded me that Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson and I think Woody Harrelson are confirmed for this new movie. You didn't know that?
Where did you see that?
Like a while ago, they confirmed that they're in it, and I think it's going to be Haymitch leading into Haymitch meeting them for the first time. But I'm gonna have to watch Mockingjay Part 1 and Part 2 just in case.
I mean, yeah, but obviously this all takes place before that anyway.
Well, so no, but in case that it's like shows what happens at the end of those movies, you know, because I don't know what part they're going to show.
I don't think they would do that. That wouldn't really make sense, but you should watch it regardless, so you could just finish. It's 2 more movies in the franchise. Like, you might as well just do it.
I'm surprised you didn't hear that. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence is going to be in this movie.
On the bottom, well,
probably for 2 seconds, but she's still going to be in it. What, are you Googling it?
It's so I don't think Woody Harrelson is in it, but it does look like Jennifer Lawrence and Josh Hutcherson will be in it.
Okay, so not Woody Harrelson, but yeah, those 2 are definitely in it.
I don't really know how that's going to work, but I guess we'll find out.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll move on?
Sure. Let's get to the Cable Box Dynasty.
It's TV time, baby.
It's TV time, and we got some TV to talk about. And first, we're going to rate and review, and so spoilers ahead for Season 3 of Shrinking on Apple TV, starring Jason Segel and Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Yeah. Shrinking season 3. You want to go first?
Yeah, I give this movie. Wow, see what I
Oh,
mean?
you're
I'm
out
so
of it.
fucking
You're
wow.
so
I'm
used to
so
it.
used to I'm so used to it being a movie. I give this show 9.5 scars out of 10.
Wait, are we doing this season or the show?
All right, you're right. I give this season 9.5, but that's kind of really what I'd give the show anyway. But I give season 3 9.5 scars out of 10.
I give season 3 of Shrinking 7.5 Marty McFlys out of 10.
Yeah.
I I thought this season started really strong. I thought the first episode was one of the greatest of the whole show, and then I thought the rest of it was just kind of boring.
Disagree. Entirely disagree. I know it wasn't big and flashy and everything, but I think that this season is so into. First of all, I was reading a lot about what the showrunner, I think his name is Bill Lawrence. I was reading a lot
Yeah.
about his intention with this show. It was a 3-season arc with this particular story, where season 1 was focused on grief. Season 2 was focused on forgiveness. And this season was focused on moving forward, you know. And I thought each season, even though there's a lot of similarities with the interactions of the characters and just the overall tone of the show, they each stood out with that kind of thematic emotional element in mind. And I felt that as an audience member. And maybe it wasn't as intense as that first episode, but the rest of the season really did put that idea in motion of how do we move forward with our past? How do we reckon with moving forward with that? And I just had an absolute great time watching every episode. Like I could not take my eyes off of this season. I thought you're getting some of the best work of Harrison Ford's career. Obviously, you mentioned Marty McFly. I love seeing Michael J. Fox. Obviously, you can't shoehorn him into every episode.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
liked the way they used him. I loved the inclusion of Jeff Daniels as Jimmy's father and that
Yeah.
whole subplot in season 3. I love this show. I think it's so therapeutic. It's such a show that a person can resonate with. And that is just as true for this season, I think, as the first two, where you just don't have a lot of television that is so emotionally raw, so real to our lives, and to connect with us, the viewers, and to get us to kind of, again, follow those same steps. The first one, channel our grief in a healthy manner. Season 2, find a way for us to forgive the people who have wronged us. Season 3, or ourselves. Season 3, find a way to move forward. I think that's something even personally that I struggle with in my own everyday life, is moving forward from some of the maybe, trauma of my past. And, there's just such a comfort that I find in these characters, in their lives and their problems, and that I don't know, it just doesn't make me feel alone, and I feel like a lot of people feel that way while watching this show. I'd be hard pressed to find something wrong with it.
I gave season 1 a 9 and season 2 a 9.5, but and it could be because of how I watched it. I binged the first 2 seasons in like 4 days. I loved it. The first 2 seasons, I was all in, locked in. Every episode, I could not take my eyes off the screen. Season 3 premiere, could not take my eyes off the screen. And then the rest of it, I wasn't as interested. I thought that they kind of just had problems to have problems. They gave characters issues and made
Like
them
what?
react certain
Like what
ways.
problems?
Like like the stupid little subplot about Sean gets a new job and he's like, I can't tell whatever his name is, Carlos or whatever his friend's name is.
Jorge, I think.
Jorge's like, I can't tell Jorge. He's gonna get mad at me. And Jorge's got a big stick up his ass. He's like, what the fuck, man? You're dishing me. It's a whole subplot that makes no sense. Like nobody would ever.
How does it make no sense?
It's
I think it shows his character, you know, now he really cares about the way his decisions are going to impact those around him, and it shows that he's treading care. He doesn't because again, it's this idea of moving forward. Like, I don't think it makes no sense because it ties into that same idea. Sean is trying to move forward with his life, and he's obviously a little scared to do so. I think a lot of people in this season, a lot of the characters are very scared to move on with their lives. after dealing with their past. And in Sean's case, it's, he's trying to rebuild a relationship. He's trying to get a better job. He wants to move out. He doesn't want to disappoint those he cares about, though. That is, I think, a big part of his story in this season that ties into that overall emotional theme of, finding a path forward. And I think that they played it out with him very well. Is it the best of all of them? Maybe not. That's obviously up for an opinion, but I do think it works.
Yeah, I thought that was stupid. I thought Jorge is a terrible person because if you're mad that your friend can't move on and get a better job and he has to stick with you because you can't get a job, then you're an asshole. And then Sean's like, okay, here's a house to live in. That's annoying. I thought that uh, Jimmy and breaking up with Sophie was also stupid. It goes back on his entire character arc for the last 2 seasons that he's like, actually, I'm not ready. And it's just him constantly ruining his own life, getting in his own way.
But that's his character. He's done that all this time. And
I know, but they're getting past that. And he's like, actually, I'm going to do it one more time.
Yeah, well, no, but he's confronted in a way that he wasn't in the first 2 seasons. Like, he was confronted with a similar issue, but presented in a different way, which in this case, he finally sees that he's got a connection with someone else and it scares him. And that's why he resorts back into these tendencies that these unhealthy habits that he had that he worked from. Like, that's human nature. That's
I know, but
not a character thing. That's it happens in real life.
But how do they resolve it? Paul says, "Hey, don't do that," and he goes, "Okay." And
Because
then
he has
again.
it's not just a hey. I mean, I think you're looking at it a little too one-dimensionally. Like, Paul he needs to hear that. It's just a matter of he needs to hear it from someone. He needs that push. And Paul's saying, like, look, you're like that, son. They have this big revelatory moment, which I thought was one of the best scenes in the whole show. Was that last scene there?
It was a great speech and a great.
And his character needs to hear that because he is struggling. He sees everyone else moving on in his life. He has this opportunity to do so, but it feels safer to fall back into those unhealthy habits that he had. Not that he wants to, and it's not just like a character thing. That's just a real life thing that people struggle with, and that's the point the show's trying to make. And he needs to hear it, not just from anyone, but he needs to hear it from Paul. And I think, because Paul is this kind of father figure that he feels he lacks in his real dad, which is why I think the inclusion of Jeff Daniels' character was so integral to this specific part of, the 3-season arc. I just think, like, it's not a perfect road. It is bumpy. You are going to get in your own way. He gets in his own way, but he has his eyes open. I mean, there is never going to be a big climactic finish to a show like this. It's just, I don't know how to do this. Like, I feel like I keep stepping on my own toes, and Paul saying, like, it's okay to have these scars. Like, they are, like he said, it's signs of a life lived, and it's just what he needed to hear. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
This season to me just felt a little forced and unnatural. Like, I still enjoyed it because I really enjoy these characters, but the only things that didn't, like they just gave characters problems to give them ones. Like, I think the things that were natural were like everything with Gabby's friend dying, and
it wasn't her friend, it was her
patient who was her friend. Yeah, her patient.
Well, they formed a friendship, but
Gabby's
she was dealing
patient
with that.
dying. I was like, okay, this is real shit. Like, that happens. Paul moving away. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Like, that's perfectly natural. This stuff would happen with these, especially in the realm that these characters are in. Gabby wanting to open her veterans clinic,
her trauma clinic,
her trauma clinic. And then you have stuff like Jimmy banging Paul's wife, and I'm like, why is this here?
But that was
forced drama. Like, he's such a piece of shit if he does this.
I don't think that really was to force drama. Again, it was this sign of, like, him trying to be able. Again, his whole thing was, getting out and being able to build connections and get back into the dating and get into it, that physical scene. And, like, obviously we see him sleep with Gabby, but that's because it's safe to him. That, like, I think that it was exactly. But this is a step for him. And I don't think,
don't
like,
bang your friend / boss's daughter, you asshole. What is wrong with this guy?
I don't know. I completely disagree with the unnatural feeling. I think that this is one of, like, if anything, I am worried about the future of this show because they said there's going to be a 4th season, and this was pitched and created as a 3-season story. And I do think this season was natural, it was necessary, and it did close a lot of these arcs for these characters. So it worries me like where they're gonna go, because I don't that to me is where I might have what you're saying, where it feels like now you're just pushing it because it's so hard to say goodbye to characters that we love, that we're comfortable with, that we like to watch. So
And everyone leaves literally at the end of the season. They all go and do their own shit.
yeah, I know it's funny. They're like Jimmy's all alone. I mean, Liz and Derek, and then Gabby and the other Derek are like gone for like a couple weeks. They're not like leaving. They're just on vacation.
Yeah, and Brian's only gone for like 3 months. So it's
Yeah,
like,
he's going to Tennessee with Charlie for 3 months. So people are coming back. But I love the stuff with like his daughter going to college.
The daughter going to college felt normal to me. I have no complaints about that.
I hate that way of describing it. It's all normal in my opinion.
And I don't have any complaints about the father-son relationship with Jimmy and Jeff Daniels. I don't have any, I think that felt like it made sense. All right, I don't want to say it felt normal or natural, whatever, but it made sense to me.
I think it all makes sense. I think again, it's about the messiness of life. You're complaining about characters who are stumbling backwards, who that is part of their traits, that we have seen in the first 2 seasons. Like
I know, but you can't.
So what did you expect from season 3? I think that's a fair question to ask. Like, what plots did you want to see then? Like,
I don't know. I mean, just like you can have regression without it being like that's. I just think it's a lot of it's just drama to have drama. I mean, let's like I throw Jimmy. Oh, he's late on his bills. Oh, he robs a bank. That's just life, man. People rob banks. I don't know. That's a little stupid. But
Jimmy didn't rob a bank. What are you talking about?
He banged his friend's daughter, who he views as a father figure.
People have sex with people they shouldn't. That happens.
I know, but he already learned from that with Gabby, and now he's like, actually, I'm going to do it again with someone who's even worse for me. Like, that's stupid.
I think the situation with Gabby was a little different than the situation with Paul's daughter, whose name I can't remember, but
me neither. I also don't like her either, but whatever. That has nothing to do with the actual story. I just hate her character. I just don't like her as a character.
I'm indifferent. She's not like my favorite character on the show, but
yeah.
Who is your favorite character on the show, real quick?
It's
easy to say Paul, obviously. All right, besides like Jimmy and Paul, because they're kind of easy to say.
Oh,
that's like
Gabby.
I love Gabby, and I love the Derricks too.
Derek, I guess I could call him White Derek.
Oh, jeez, I guess.
White Derek is my second favorite.
You want to say Black Derek? Are you going to go ahead and say? I love both of them. I love that whole dynamic.
I love
especially because TV. I know I'm not trying to get on a tangent. It's just since you brought up characters, especially because like media in general try to avoid characters with the same names, because they don't want confusion.
Oh yeah,
I love that shrinking feeds into that. And they're like, oh, you're Derek. I'm also Derek. Like I love that.
Even in the finale, Liz was like, "Am I Derek by association?"
Yeah, she's like, "Am I like now a Derek by like?" That was hilarious, like cracking me up.
I love Gabby, and I mean, something that I was missing from this season, and it makes sense why it's missing. So I'm not like I hate it, but my favorite character of season 2 was Lewis. I really like the dynamic of Jimmy, Lewis, and Alice, especially Lewis and Alice. And that whole arc when Alice and Brian take Lewis out to dinner and actually listen to him, even though he fucking killed her mom. Like, that whole arc is my favorite part of this entire show, was the Lewis stuff.
Right. Well, I think this season handles it very well because he is in it. And it's, again, I love that Bill Lawrence makes it clear. This is about moving forward. So in that season, they're forgiving him. But even Lewis needs to find a way to move forward with his own life, you know? And
it makes sense the way they do it.
And of all the characters that would just not be able to forgive him, it makes sense for it to be Gabby. And so for that, the way it played out in the show where, she has that kind of one-on-one with him and he's like, you know what, you're right. Like, I can't just be hanging around here at the coffee shop making shitty coffee. Like I'll never be able to, I'm going to always have to live with what I did, but I deserve to live a life too. And we see that. And that's why I think that these three, like, I would have been okay with them ending the show. I don't need a 4th season. Will I watch it? Sure. But like I said, I'm worried because when you keep this in mind, these like chapters, I guess, it just closes it off so well for literally all the characters. And I just can't see what story there's left. I know Lawrence described it as, well, there is so much we can do. There's a lot you can tell with these characters, but then there is the question, should you? Should you keep telling that story? Is it necessary to keep telling that story?
Dude, they need a Derek spinoff, and it's just the two Dereks like living
Just like on
life.
adventures?
Yeah.
Just like going to where do you want to go? Vietnam? Or
Oh,
like
he did want to go to Vietnam.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Does Jason Segel like is he I feel like he's one of the only actors to have a generational run of being on what will be three cult classic series: Freaks and Geeks, How I
What's
Met Your
Oh,
Mother,
okay. I forgot
and
about Freaks and
Shrinking.
Geeks.
I think three cult classic series by the time Shrinking is over will become in that category if it's not already. Jason Segel leads in all of them. I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have that kind of like
Well, Bryan
TV?
Cranston has two.
He's got two.
He's got two cult classics under his belt, and they're starkly different, which is
Yes.
so impressive.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are. I can't think of it. Obviously, we have to go back a bit too.
Yeah.
You know,
Because usually the case is when someone is like the lead on a hit show, they're either just known for that show and that's kind of it, or the show lasts so long they can't really do another show that's like the similar vibe.
right. I mean, sometimes when you have a show that hits that like status, it's hard. And this is with movies too, right? It's hard to separate an actor from a performance or show. Like even Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man, right? Like
Yeah.
he is so iconic in that role, and he did it for so long that it's hard to separate him from it sometimes. Then he does something like Oppenheimer, and I'm not thinking of Iron Man at all during that, right? So, to come back to this, like, it is a testament to Jason Segel's talent that he is able to create these distinct characters. I mean, Marshall is nothing like Jimmy, nothing, not even close, and yet he is able to embody it throughout all of the shows. So, definitely that is a good point, I would say.
It's funny, like they have obviously same actor. They have very similar mannerisms and the way they interact with people. And they're jokesters, right? They love to joke. But Marshall and Jimmy, at their core, are almost as completely opposite as you can be. Marshall is like the most fun, go lucky, like nothing in the world matters. I love my wife and I love my friends and I'm having the best time. And Jimmy's like fucking depressed all the time. And he's like, something's wrong with me and something's wrong with everybody else. It's just so interesting to see him. And I'm watching both shows at the same time. I'm showing my girlfriend How I Met Your Mother. So when I see him as Marshall and then the next day I see him as Jimmy, it's so funny to me.
Well, you know what? I mean, it is interesting though, because Marshall in How I Met Your Mother does have quite the arc that he has to deal with earlier on when he and Lily break up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You
This
know?
is just Marshall if Lily died.
This is that's kind of true.
I think
it's kind of true, man.
We don't see too much of Jimmy when he's happy with his wife. I mean, we
You
see
get
the
some
flashbacks, and a
yeah.
lot of the flashbacks, honestly, not a lot, but some of them are them fighting. So like, you get some flashbacks of them having a good time. You don't see their life, but it is Marshall if Lily fucking dies in a horrible car crash.
Yeah.
If Lily was killed by the guy from Ted Lasso, Roy Kent.
Fucking Roy Kent, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, I see your point, and that is a testament to how great he is. And I just want to say, at 83 years old, Harrison Ford is giving maybe his best performance in his entire career. I don't know if that's a stretch. I don't know if you would agree. You might say, well, Indiana Jones, of course, he's iconic in Star Wars and Indiana Jones, all that. But performance, I think he's doing some of his most vulnerable, incredible work we've ever seen.
I'm trying to picture anything, and I just can't. I think you're right. I think this is Harrison Ford's best performative character.
Just what he's giving us. Like I said, it's so vulnerable.
Yeah.
He's digging deeper than he's ever had to. And I mean, we talk about plots. The Parkinson's plot.
I was just gonna say that's not even to
Incredible.
mention Parkinson's, dude. Fuck
Incredible, dude.
Parkinson's.
Fuck Parkinson's. And I absolutely do want to take a moment and say how emotional it made me to see Michael J. Fox acting again
Uh-huh.
and to see them incorporate his Parkinson's into his story, into his character. It just, I mean, it actually makes me a little emotional just to see it and to think about it and talk about it, because he is one of my favorite actors. Back to the Future is like my favorite movie of all time. And you know, I don't know if you ever saw the Apple TV documentary a few years ago, Still.
No.
It's about Michael J. Fox and he's telling his story. I watched it and I was so moved by his um just kind of his reverence and his perseverance, you know, his ability to, you know, kind of like even before his Parkinson's, you know, he was thrust onto the scene. He had Back to the Future and Family Ties at the same time. He was, you know, he barely slept, you know, he was just the biggest star in the world. And then it all comes crashing down in a sense, you know, when you get that kind of a diagnosis at that age and, you know, you think maybe he's never going to work again. And I mean, just to see him just doing something and feeling good and living like it just, I mean, it really elevated this season for me as well. And
'Cause
especially because you had that Parkinson's plot with Paul going back to season 2. Like just to see them incorporate Michael J. Fox and have those interactions between Paul and, well, I don't remember what his character's name was.
mm,
But Michael J.
Jerry.
Fox's character, Jerry, yes. Just to incorporate those, you know, those sequences, I think elevates this to another level for me as well.
I mean, just to see Marty McFly and Indiana Jones slash Han Solo interacting is just the coolest thing ever, too.
Yeah, yeah. And doing so, like, again, these are guys, like, I think, again, I can't stress enough, like, these are guys who portrayed some of these big, strong, you know, iconic characters, like you say, Marty McFly, I guess he's not strong, but, you know, iconic. And then Indiana Jones, Han Solo, to see them kind of at their older ages, it's just about perspective. And that plays into what shrinking is all about, which is, you know, really being able to open up emotionally and be able to be honest with ourselves, with each other, and to properly deal with situations, with grief, with our feelings. And to see two of the most iconic actors of their times play some of the most iconic characters, older, maybe not so strong, obviously, anymore, and really have to dig deep and just reflect and find a way to find purpose in this new world and in these new circumstances. I mean, it just really moved me. Like it
Yeah,
really moved me.
absolutely. It's really this show has done something that like you wouldn't think could be done. Seeing these guys be so vulnerable, and it's just it's really powerful stuff.
Where does this like rank among Apple TV shows for you?
So I before this season, the 3 Apple TV shows that I've seen are Ted Lasso, Shrinking, and The Studio. Before this season, it would have been number 1. It was number 1. Um, I still think it's number 1. I think it's The Shrinking, The Studio, Ted Lasso. That's because I give the first 2 seasons of Shrinking a 9 and a 9.5, and this one a 7.5. Ted Lasso is like 8.5, 8.5, 7, and then the studio is like a 9. So I think all in all, this is still my strongest and favorite because it's got 2 stellar seasons and then a pretty good one.
To me, let's see. So I have watched, I'm pulling them up. Like I have like notes I keep track every year since, you know, I mean, there is a letterbox for TV serialized, but it's not that good. I don't know if
Nah,
you've
fuck
ever
that.
tried it.
Nah.
I've seen Shrinking, Severance, Ted Lasso, The Morning Show, Hijack, Presumed Innocent, Palm Royale, but only the first season. The Studio, Bad Monkey, Extrapolations, and like this is probably, I mean, The Studio is like one of my favorite things I've seen in a long time. This is like right below it, and Severance would be there too. But there is an argument. There is an argument for me with the 3 seasons that puts it ahead of Severance.
Is this your how do you rank the seasons of Shrinking? Because I got 2, 1, 3.
That is tough. I mean, let's see. I'm pulling up my ratings of the other ones. I mean, I liked season 1 is my least favorite.
Wow, okay.
I mean, that doesn't mean much though because
Because they're all still
they're
great.
all so
Yeah.
great, you know. This was probably my favorite season. It's probably 3-2-1. And I say that because I do think that this show is getting better and more, or got better and more comfortable as it went on with these characters. I connected with them more and more. And
Hmm.
it is a result, like my ratings going up. I think I gave the first one like an 8, the second one a 9, and this one a 9.5. And I think that's just a result of the progression of these characters. And even when they do have their moments where they roll back down the hill a little bit, you know, one step back before the two steps forward for them. Just, I think it was just building on itself season after season. And I think it was the nearest perfect way to end the show. Obviously, it felt like a series finale. Again, I am worried about a future season on this show, which they are doing, because I mean, again, and they admitted it will be a new story with the same characters. Is that necessary? We got an incredible story here about that grief, forgiveness, and moving on that is so relatable and vulnerable in a way that mostly no other show on television is currently doing.
Hmm.
I just don't know that it's necessary. But for the 3 seasons that we have, this is one of the best things that Apple TV has put out, I think. It is severely underrated in the, you know, award circuit with the Emmys and all the other, you know, SAG and everything. It hasn't really won anything that I can think of. It needs to win for this season. It needs to win something. Give it to Harrison Ford, at least, if anything. He's never won an
Yeah.
Emmy. He's never won an Oscar. Give him a major award. Give us that moment. It is so beyond deserved. This show is right up there with the best.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of all I got for it.
Yeah, I highly recommend everyone watch Shrinking seasons 1 through 3 out now on Apple TV. Remarkable stuff.
And watch Derek's coming out next year. Shrinking spinoff.
The SCU, the Shrinking Cinematic
Yeah.
Universe. The Derricks will return in Avengers Doomsday.
Dude, imagine Derek just shows up. He starts giving the speech to Doctor Doom, like the one, the everything will be okay speech.
Can you imagine, like, Doom is, like, about to fucking kill everyone or something, and then he's just like, come on, guys, and you turn and it's Derek on the balcony taking a piss.
Pissing off
He's
his
pissing
window.
off the balcony, and
Hey,
he's like,
come on,
"Hey,
guys.
come on, what are we doing, guys? It's gonna be," he's like, "It's a beautiful day,"
It's a
you know?
beautiful day.
Yeah, that would make me so happy.
That'd be so good. Dude, you watched the Boys premiere.
I did. I know there's 2 episodes out. I only watched 1.
There's 2 episodes out as of recording. I think by the time this episode's come out, there will be 3.
Mhm.
But spoilers are ahead. Spoilers ahead for The Boys season 5, episode 1. Holy shit! This is my favorite premiere of any of these seasons besides the first episode. I think this episode was great.
I thought it was good. You know, I thought the ending was great. I thought the episode itself was good. I've been pretty clear, I guess, about how I feel about The Boys, and I don't think that this so far has kind of diverted that opinion or changed that opinion.
It
This
changed mine.
this show has run its course. It still feels that way to me. It has leaned very, very, very much into the political satire now that it is almost a little too cheesy now for me. But I still enjoy seeing these performances. Obviously, Anthony Starr as Homelander. Without him, this show never works
Yeah,
from the beginning, from the get-go. Um,
it's like
so
monumental
it's like
villain.
one of the best TV castings in recent, you know, memory. Not maybe not ever, you know, but certainly recent memory.
He's in the
Um,
conversation for best villain performances, or at least best comic book performances.
yeah, I wouldn't say he's my favorite TV villain ever, but he's up there.
No,
You
I
know,
mean
he's
just
definitely
performance-wise
up
though, he's in the conversation for sure.
He's incredible. He
He's
is
so good.
incredible. You know, and obviously beat around the bush. The stuff with A Train is the best stuff about that premiere. You know,
100%.
seeing his arc, like, you know, I sat with it after. So, you know, we said spoilers. A Train is killed by Homelander. I sat with it after a little bit, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know, obviously it stinks. That means we're not really going to see A Train the rest of the season. But it's okay because that was the best possible way for his arc, his character arc, to complete.
I completely agree. I felt the exact same way because I loved seeing him when he hugs Starlight, and I'm like, this is awesome. He's with the boys now. He's 100% with them. This is great. I want to see him as the hero. And he dies. And I was disappointed. I was like, oh man, like I really wanted to see more of him. I wanted him to last a couple more episodes, but the way he goes out, avoiding saving Huey, saving avoiding the woman on the street, the same way he killed Robin in season 1, he avoids her, which ends up leading to his death by Homelander. It could not have been better.
And his interaction with Homelander there, where his final moments, he's laughing in his face and he reckons with it. What was I so scared of? Like, it was just an incredible moment for me.
I loved
Like,
it.
it really was something else. And the whole episode, like I said, it was fine. I was like, all right, it doesn't feel like peak Boys. It doesn't. But it had its moment again, and I was like, wow, like this really is what this show should be about, is like these moments. And obviously Homelander, you can see it in his face. He knows that A-Train is right. Like, he knows
Oh
it.
yeah.
He's not an idiot, He knows without his powers he's nothing. The whole show, what has it been about? Homelander, him being weak, him being paranoid, him trying to what's the word that I'm looking for, compensate, him trying to compensate for what he lacks in character, make up for in strength, physical strength. And we see that come to a head, and that was probably one of my favorite scenes I will go as far to say that much. It wasn't like my favorite, I don't know about premiere. It's honestly even kind of hard to remember, but it certainly was one of my favorite scenes in this series so far.
Me too. I mean, even giving A-Train the Quicksilver moment where everything's slowed down,
Yes.
And then you see Homelander's. I also didn't know Homelander was that fast. I knew he was fast, but when he was as fast as A-Train or almost as fast as A-Train, I was like, holy shit. And I didn't know A-Train was that fast. I think the power scaling is a little off that episode, but
I don't know. I mean, A-Train has always been really fast.
but fat. I mean,
he's always like zoomed away with the trains.
He runs through Robin, but he's faster than Homelander's lasers, which is like light. You know what I mean? Like,
but he runs through Robin because he doesn't see her because he's so fast.
But I don't know. It's
what's your argument?
Like, can he just make it so everything around him is frozen at all times? Because then how does...
I don't think I think that I don't think that that's how it is for him, though. That it's just slowed down, and it's the same with the Flash and everything, like in Quicksilver. Like, that's just to show us, the viewers, like otherwise to him it's he's just doing it all like in a snap
but that's
of
his
fingers.
perspective. I don't know. It felt like,
right. Maybe that was always his perspective, and we're just privy to it for the first time now, But I don't think that was them boosting his powers. It's just a different way for them for the creators to show it to us.
Yeah. I like also that when the reveal of Huey goes back to the dorm, in the Starlight camp, and Homelander's there. That was I love that they're doing. Cool. I love that they're doing like Homelander's there talking to them, because
I love the interactions. Yeah,
I love the interactions, and I feel like every season it's kind of the build up to maybe episode 4 or 5 or 6 is like Homelander gets to them, and then they escape him, and then Homelander gets him. But right away, starting with Homelander with the boys, ready to kill them. He kills A-Train.
I mean, it's not that hard for him. They're in a camp. They're prisoners.
I know, but I feel like they always somehow manage to have Homelander just like ignore them, and now he's like, "Fuck it, I'm getting involved."
I mean, yeah, you can argue that that's just plot convenience.
Yeah, I mean, even season 4, they're like with. I remember they're doing like Vought on ice, and Huey's crawling in the vents, and then Homelander like realizes that's like episode 4. Like, they don't even. I don't know. It's a dumb.
Well, he's got his own things going on. Obviously, his subplots with Ryan and Vought and everything else. So his attention is kind of just split. Well, obviously, after everything with Mallory's, it's got to be on his own, I guess. I don't really remember.
I don't remember where he.
That's kind of the problem with television in general, releasing seasons like so many years apart from one another, because you forget. We are so oversaturated with content that we just forget. We move on.
Do you think that there's any ending to this show where Homelander doesn't die?
It would be interesting to see an ending where he loses his powers and is like not killed after that because they make him they punish him.
That would be an insane ending if it ends with him losing his powers and he's just walking amongst people.
I saw Eric Kripke was like concerned about people with the ending, like their reaction to it. I'm a little worried that they are not going to stick the landing.
Does anyone stick the landing these days for series finales?
I thought Shrinking did with that season. I mean, look, I can think of some of the most iconic shows in recent memory that stuck the landing. I thought Succession a couple years ago stuck the landing. I thought Better Call Saul stuck the landing. I thought until they decided to bring it back, Ted Lasso had stuck the landing. So
Ted Lasso did stick the landing.
I wouldn't say that not every show is like Game of Thrones or Stranger Things where they completely botch it. And I don't even think The Boys season 5 is going to be botched entirely, but I am concerned about how they are going to actually wrap it up.
Yeah. It's gonna be tough, but I'm very excited. I thought the premiere was great. And you didn't see the second episode. The second episode is also really good, in my opinion. And
I still think that this show peaked in season 3 with all the Soldier Boy stuff. Like that was the best season to me.
I agree. Well, you saw that. I mean, we saw the end of season 4.
I know he's back. I'm just saying the stuff of I don't yet feel like this season's going to bring me back to that same hype.
I also liked seeing in season 3, like every season they introduce something new, right? Like season 3 was they get powers. Huey and Butcher get powers, and that was fucking cool. That was evening the playing field. That was such a cool addition to the season. And season 4 was Butcher has like
right, and he's like supposedly like not sick anymore now.
He's not sick, and he has like the tentacles. He can control them. Because remember when he would black out in season 4, and then he wakes up and everyone around him is dead?
Yeah, I did not like that they are like, I don't want to say retcon because it's not a retcon, but I don't like that they are just like off screen in between seasons. Oh, he's not sick anymore. I wanted him to still be dying. Like, I wondered if there should be, well, no, they pretty much said, they like kind of insinuated that.
They said something about cancer. They were like, if you can't like beat the cancer, join it or something. Like,
well, no, but then I don't remember the exact line, but there was definitely something that like Starlight, I think, said that insinuated he's not sick anymore. Or like he said it when he was talking to his dad or something, but he's not like sick anymore.
They also insinuate that he like kills his dad, right?
I guess, yeah. I guess that's what he did there.
And then like, whoa. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, I don't love I agree that season 3 is the best, and that addition of the powers was great, and they're trying to replicate that, or at least add a new fold with this weird tentacle shit, and I just don't fuck with it.
I don't like Kamiko's dialogue.
It is so cheesy and just bad. It looks dubbed over half the time, too.
It doesn't, first of all, the one scene where it's her and Starlight and Butcher, very obvious ADR. Very obvious.
It was okay, good. Yeah, I was like,
oh, it was.
It was seem dubbed.
It was ADR. They put that dialogue in after the fact. They had her come back in and re-record it. But even just like the reasoning why she speaks that way, like she learned from TikTok or what, doesn't make sense. She was mute. She wasn't deaf.
Yeah, she was mute because of like traumatic childhood events.
It doesn't make sense that she would talk like that, in my opinion.
Also, I don't know how long it takes for a mute person to end up learning to talk, but it's only been a year. Like that's not, I feel like it's not a long time for her to be able to have basically full conversations.
Maybe.
And why does she have an American accent? She was born and raised in like, where the fuck was she? Vietnam or some shit?
Yeah, but if she didn't speak there for so long, maybe because she's been in America for so long, people's accents change. People's accents do change.
I guess. I don't like her dialogue either, though.
But I don't like the dialogue because it doesn't make sense to me that she wouldn't know how people speak otherwise, or like speak more normally, I guess, so to speak. It's not like she's deaf. If she was deaf and got her hearing, entirely different situation. But she could hear everyone the whole time. She knows how people speak to one another. It doesn't make sense to me.
The way she talks is just it's cringy. It is really cringy. Like she'll see someone be like, "Hey, ass butt," And like,
Which again, like I
what?
said though, I wouldn't mind that if it made sense for her to speak like that. Like the cringe, if it made sense, okay. It doesn't. It doesn't make sense.
She seems like a fourth grader who just learned how to curse. And
Yeah.
she's like, yeah, how are you doing? I'm doing shitting great. Like, you know what I mean? I'm doing hunting wild. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. Like it's just so cringy. Like an actual child who just learned how to curse.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say. Like I said, I just have a feel like personally I've moved on from this show. I'm only watching it because it's the last season. If they were like, oh, we might have another 2 seasons, I'd be like, I don't know, man. I'm kind of over it. It's the same thing. They're chasing Homelander. They never kill him, blah, blah, blah. But it's the last season. It's all building up to this. So I'm like, okay, let's see how this finishes. I've just moved on. There's so many other things coming out. I don't really think about the boys that often. They, like I said, they still have their moments, the stuff with A-Train and everything, but overall, I feel like it's peaked.
I thought I agreed with that, and when season 4 ended, I was like, all right, it's over. There's no way. And then this premiere really got me back, man. And then I watched episode 2, and it was also not as good as the premiere, but it was up there. It was a really good episode. Until this season falls off, I'm back. I'm in. I love these characters so much. I love seeing what they're gonna do. They could, if the show never came back, I'd be like, okay. Like if the show got canceled after season 4, I'd be like, all right, it is what it is. If the show got canceled before next episode comes out, I'd be like, damn, I can't see the finale, whatever. But when it comes out, I'm in.
Yeah, I don't know. That's fair. I don't even care about most of the characters. There's like a select few characters that I'm like really into in the show,
Yeah.
and the rest of it, I'm just like, I don't give a shit anymore. I did, but it doesn't have me back like that. I'm
It,
watching. I'm watching. It's not bad. I'm not sitting here saying like, man, this is terrible right now. It's just not the same to me. I think its time has passed.
hey, to each their own, buddy. Another show that's coming out right now is Maul Shadow Lord. I saw the
Yeah,
first 2 episodes. You haven't seen any of it,
yeah.
so
I'm gonna just sit back
take
and
a
let you
breather,
take this.
relax. I got like quick things to say about it. I don't know if you knew this, but Wagner Mora is in Maul Shadow Lord.
I think I heard that.
He is such a good character in this. He plays like a police officer, kind of dealing with Maul's antics, the aftermath of everything Maul does, because Maul's like the crime syndicate leader or whatever. And I heard that voice. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. He's great. He's such an interesting character. It's hard that it's interesting that they somehow found a way to have Maul be the centerpiece of this, but the side characters are just as interesting and fun, and you're not bored when you're focused on them. And Wagner has a droid that's also a really fun sidekick. Maul is great in this, of course. He is just it's so hard to have more aura than Maul. I think maybe Vader has more aura than Maul, but that's it. Does anyone else in Star Wars have leave more of an impression than Darth Maul?
Just Vader, and then obviously Luke at the end of season 2 of Mandalorian has insane aura.
Yes. No, that's the only other answer. That's the only other answer. I think he's just so cool, and the show is really good. The first episode's fantastic. Episode 2 is okay. It's good, but it's like whatever. And they're coming out 2 at a time, which I forgot about, which is really cool. So 2 more episodes actually came out today as of recording. I'll probably watch one of them today. But yeah, definitely get on it. Quick episodes. They're a lot of fun. The animation, beautiful, pristine, as it should be. And just Maul is so cool. He definitely doesn't get the most screen time in this show, because there are a lot of side characters that kind of split the screen time with him. I don't know about him as a lead yet. You know what I mean? Like, he was always the most interesting side character. And every
But I
time
think
the
he
show would
could.
go to him, you'd be
Mhm.
like, Clone Wars would go to him, you'd be like, oh, fuck yeah. But as a lead, it's a little, I don't know.
But I think he could be a lead. Is it just the problem is that they're filling this up with so much other, fluff,
Maybe there are a lot of characters introduced in this. He's got his whole crime people. He's got his enemies in the crime syndicate. He's got other people that I don't want to spoil. There's like 2 others that are interesting, and then there's the cop people. And it's a lot going on at once. So hopefully, when the season kind of mellows out and gets into later episodes, that Maul is going to get more of more attention, because I feel like he's kind of getting.
How many seasons are they doing again?
2
Or
confirmed.
not episodes. I'm sorry.
10. The way I'll put it to wrap that up is that he is the the lead and he's the main character, but only through his presence. You could feel his presence every time there's another character. It's them either talking about Maul or Maul's hunting them or they're chasing Maul. Like it's always about Maul no matter what. And then he's in it less than some other people, but like his presence is overarching throughout every sentence, every word, every screen cap, everything. So he's
My one
always gonna be
question
involved.
before we wrap this up: this show is currently one of the highest rated Star Wars projects of all time, and based on your first impressions, do you think that's justified?
Uh,
It was like pretty much at the top, and I was like, okay, I don't. I mean,
I mean, episode 1, I'd give like a 9.5 out of 10, and episode 2 like an 8. So as of now, for me, it's like an 8.7. So if that makes it one of the highest rated, then
yeah, that's
yeah,
the math.
that makes sense, right?
I mean,
It's called yeah, that's
the math you and I do on this show is just,
8.75 is the middle of that, I think.
yeah, yeah.
But if that's, I mean, it's not better than Andor, it's not better than the Clone Wars, but it could, by the end of the season, I'll say this, by the end of the season, it could easily be in the top of Star Wars projects
That's
because
fair.
it has its potential is still there.
I haven't seen it yet, so my opinion doesn't matter yet. But just based on what I've heard or seen, I would be hard pressed to think it's better than Andor or Clone Wars, or
Yeah,
at
don't
least
let
the best parts of Clone Wars, I should say.
yes. Yeah, I mean
But
because it's going to have a lot less filler than Clone Wars, that's for
right,
sure.
right. But again, my opinion can easily be changed.
Yeah, and I'm always a sucker for Star Wars animation, man. Like I loved Bad Batch more than a lot of people. I got to get back on Rebels, but I you should definitely watch it. Don't listen to the people who say it's the greatest Star Wars thing of all time because that is not true so far, but maybe it
It
will
just
be.
feels like an exaggeration. Like people don't know
Yeah.
how to enjoy something without blowing it up and saying this is the greatest thing ever.
It's because it's Maul and they get little fucking red and black boners. Oh, black. I
Yeah.
mean, I shouldn't say black boners.
Whoa, whoa. Hey, you know who doesn't have a black boner? White Derek.
you wait, wait. Well, I don't know. Maybe him and I don't know. Maybe he's half. I don't know.
uh,
No, red boners with black tattoos. Sure.
yeah, I guess, yeah, sure. That's a
Yeah,
more acceptable.
with little spikes on the tip.
That
Um,
does not sound pleasant for whoever Maul is hooking up with.
Maul. You think Maul fucks?
Of course, Maul. Well, he lost his like lower
Oh,
half.
true.
So like I don't know if but he did fuck. Like at one point he definitely fucked.
Yeah, and I'd like to think it was consensual.
It's
Uh,
Maul. I
you know
mean,
what though? Maul doesn't seem like he seems like he'll murder you, but he wouldn't like assault you like that. You know?
like he's just doing it cuz it's business that he has to take care of.
Like he wouldn't. He's not like a rapist. You know?
I
But
don't know.
but people had
I truly don't know that. I haven't
people had
watched the show yet.
there was a whole discourse about people saying that Darth Vader wouldn't have raped anybody, and
I don't
there's
think
like
he could physically rape anybody.
that's true. That is true. All right. Anyway, moving on.
I just don't think Vader could even if he wanted to.
I mean, he could like fist somebody with his robot fist.
He could like force rape. That's kind of fucked up. I don't even know how that would work. I don't
Like
even
you're
want
just
to
like chilling at
venture.
home, and you see him looking in the window, and all of a sudden you're like, just
It's like the scene from
ass
Scary
fucked.
Movie. That's like when the
Yeah.
ghost fucks her in the scene from Scary Movie. You know what
That
I'm
would be
talking
Vader.
about?
That's how Padme wants it.
Anyway, we got this long ass game we still want to play, so
Let's play. Let's play games. Let's play games.
we are going to play another round of Tower of Categories, and I just want to shout out Sid real quick. I know how much you appreciated getting shout out that last time. She was part of the feedback. She was like, "That was so much fun. You got to do that again." So I was like, "You know what,
Really?
Sid? This one is for you. We are going to play another round of Tower
Shout
of
out
Categories."
Sid.
So Jackie, it's your game. You want to explain it?
Yeah. So basically, Josh and I have categories. The first category. Which one do you want to do?
We might as well do shows since we've been talking about them.
All right. So the first category is TV shows. Josh and I, if you want to play along, at some point you'll have to take off your headphones or
Like
mute
10
us
seconds.
or whatever. We each have categories within the category of TV shows. So, for example, it'll be like TV shows where the main character is bald, because I did bald characters last time. So TV shows where the main character is bald, and we go back and forth trying to guess a TV show that goes into the other person's category. So if Josh says Breaking Bad, I go, yes, Breaking Bad. If Josh says Avatar The Last Airbender, I go, yes, Avatar The Last Airbender. Stuff like that until you get 4 in the category and you get to guess what the category is. You can only guess 3 times before you lose. Sound good?
Right, but you can't guess. Yeah, you said until you have
You
4.
can't guess until you have 4 that
But
match
after
the
the 4,
category.
you can go as many as you need.
Yeah,
You
you
just
can
have the
still
3
ask
guesses.
more. So if you want to play along, don't listen to the next like 30 seconds to a minute while we tell the audience.
Bro, how long is it going to take you, Alan?
No, for both of us. It's both of us. I'm including
Yeah,
both of
but
us doing it.
oh, okay, you're right.
So don't listen to the next 30 seconds to a minute while we tell the audience what each of our categories are. And when we tell the audience, the other one will take their headphones off. I'll take my headphones off if you want to go ahead.
So we're doing shows?
Shows, yeah.
Okay, all right. God, isn't Jack so good? Look at him looking around, man. What a beautiful guy. Anyway, the category is, the password is, you guys know that reference? The password is shows that aired in the 90s.
All right, my turn. My category is TV shows that Josh and I have watched together. So it's going to be a little tough for the audience to know which one's which, but it's TV shows that Josh and I have watched together. All right, big boy.
Who's going first?
I think I don't remember. You start.
Nah, all right. Come on, Marty. Heads or tails, Jack?
Marty Supreme. I'm going tails this time. I usually go heads. I'm going tails.
Heads.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what'd you call tails?
I call tails.
All right, so I'll go first. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I'm guessing first?
You guess first, yeah.
Okay. Just a fair warning to everyone. Jack and I are really bad at this game, so this
We're
is going to
so
take a while.
bad.
We're not good at this. All right. I just have to warn you. Can I have... I'll start with it. Can I have Breaking Bad?
Yes, you can have Breaking Bad. You know, I should be
All right.
writing this shit down. I'm going to write
That's
mine
what
down.
I did last time and what I'm doing now, so I can keep track.
Can I get Invincible?
No. Can I get Shrinking?
No. Can I get Star Wars The Clone Wars?
No.
Fuck.
Can I get... Well, it might be... No, that'd be too redundant. Can I get Friends?
No. Can I get Better Call Saul?
No. Can I get The Boys?
Yes. Can I get the original Netflix Daredevil?
No. Can I get Can I get Better Call Saul?
No.
Mm.
Can I get Seinfeld?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
Can I get Avatar The Last Airbender?
Yes. Can I get The Simpsons?
Yes. Can I get... I still need one more. Can I get This is going so well. Can I can I get Invincible?
Yes.
Okay.
I think I know your category. If I get this one, I do know it. Can I also get Friends?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know it.
How many do you have though? I don't
I
think
have
you have
3 so far.
Yeah, you need one more. I have 4, so I'm gonna take a guess. Is yours shows where a character has a redemption arc?
No. What do you have for what 4 do you have?
Breaking Bad, The Boys, Avatar, and Invincible.
Okay. Right now I have Seinfeld, The Simpsons, and Friends. Can I get Okay, can I get Saturday Night Live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God. Can I get Daredevil Born Again?
No.
Mm.
I'm gonna guess. Is yours TV shows that premiered before 2000s?
You're close. I don't know. And you're close. You're like
What?
that's pretty much it, but like that's not exactly the way I was looking at it.
Because they all premiere. I mean, Seinfeld was in the 90s, Friends is in the 90s, Saturday Night Live is in like the 70s, right? Or whatever.
Right. I'll give it to you.
What
But
is it?
it was specifically shows that aired in the 90s, not necessarily
But it's
premiered
not
before
in the
2000.
90s. Oh,
Not
shows that
premiere. It has nothing
aired.
to do with premiering. It's just were they on air during the 90s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, okay, that's
So I'll
fair.
give it to you. But that's why I was like, well, I don't know what you're getting at here.
If I had
You know,
said a show that ended before the 90s,
it
I
would
would
not
have,
have counted.
yeah, I would have
Like
cleared
if
that
you
up for me.
said, like if you had said, I think Family Ties was before the 90s. I think The Cosby Show was before the 90s. I don't know, but if you said something that ended before the 90s, it would not have counted
All
either.
right,
So,
I'll take half a point for that.
yeah, because we're keeping track of fucking points. Oh God, I thought I maybe knew yours. Can I get the original Daredevil?
Yes.
Are these just like some of your favorite shows of all time?
No. I mean, they are. They are some of my favorite shows of
You
all time.
know? Uh, okay. I don't know. I'll try a few more. I'm not gonna let this go on forever. We have another category, but can
You could get this
I?
one.
I could have gotten the bald one last week too. We
I
always
can't
feel that
believe you
way.
got that. You didn't get that.
Can I? Because I wasn't thinking about their fucking hairstyle. Can I get? Um, can I get How I Met Your Mother?
No, I don't think so. I'm gonna
If you
say
need to
no.
look something up, you can.
No, I'm gonna say no.
Dude, I'm kind of lost. I'm sure I'm overthinking it. What does these 5 shows have in common that I currently have? Can I get After the first 2, by the way, I thought it was like shows that Giancarlo Esposito were in. That's why I said Better Call Saul.
Oh, that would have actually been a good category.
Well, cuz you said Breaking Bad and then The Boys. I was like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
maybe it's just that." Um, can I get Game of Thrones?
No.
Hmm. Dude, I am not sure. Can I get um if you would know, can I get Succession?
You can't.
Dude, what the fuck? Um can I get I don't know, man. Can I get a hint? Can I get a um
I have so much faith that you can get this.
I don't have any faith that I can get this.
Like, don't even. You're like, you like to overthink. I don't know if you're overthinking it or not, but just like, it's very
But it's
simple.
not like superhero shows because Breaking Bad's not a superhero show. Avatar's not a superhero show. Like that's pretty basic. I don't know what else is basic. That's why I
Mhm.
was like, are these just shows that are among your favorites? Because I was like, all right, that's pretty easy, but it's not that. Um, it's not like they're shows that have won an Emmy because 4 of these did not.
Yeah, I
So,
also don't know what shows have. I like. I'd have to be looking that up every time.
so I don't know.
I'll give you a hint. Can I give you a
Okay.
hint? I
Yeah, yeah.
can't look up things to determine whether they fit into this category or not.
What? So how would you know?
I just know.
You can't look
Like,
it
I wouldn't
up?
be able to look up what if it's my favorite show or not. Like something like that.
Right. Are these shows we watch together?
Yes, they are.
Okay, there you go.
I
There
can't
you
remember if we
go.
watched How I Met Your Mother together. We didn't, right?
I mean, sure we watched parts of it, like I'm
Oh, you
sure
think
we
so?
watched I'm
And
I
you were
mean,
like, "Do you
I
want to look it up?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm good."
Well, I didn't think, you know what I mean? Like, you have to look
I
up your
know.
Snapchat memories.
Yeah.
That's a good category. That's a really good
Those are
category.
shows that we watched together. I was thinking of it last night when I was watching. I don't even know what I was watching. And when I was watching Shrinking, and I was like, we were texting about it, and I was like, damn, dude, remember when we used to watch all these things together?
Yeah, I
Used to
could
be
have said
so
like
good.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, and that would
Yeah, or
have
like
counted.
Always Sunny.
Always Sunny.
Yeah, we used to watch a lot of Family Guy,
Community. I watched
Community.
some of it with
Yeah,
you. Yeah, any of that. Oh, that was a good category.
yeah. All right, let's move on to the next category. It's gonna be actors/actresses.
All right, I'll
So
take mine off first. We'll do everything in reverse. So I'm going to take it off first, and then you guess first because that's backwards
sure.
from what we did. So
Yeah. So same rules as last time. If you want to play along, skip ahead the next 30 seconds to a minute while we give the answers to everyone else. My category is actors/actresses who are not American.
Hey guys, it's me again. All right, the password is actors who have won an Emmy. I don't think Jack is going to get this, but let's see. Okay.
What the fuck did you tell them?
No, I'm kidding.
Wait. No.
Wait. Oh, wait, I could have said the Punisher. Duh.
Dude, you could have. Dude, we just actually like fucked everyone's eardrums right there.
Yeah, we're like whispering. We're like, all right, and the category, and then we're like, wait,
Stop. I go first. I'm gonna say Matt Damon.
I don't think so.
Okay. How confident are you in that answer?
I'm very confident.
Okay.
Can I have Matt Damon?
No, you can't have Matt Damon.
Okay.
Tom Hardy.
No.
Huh.
Can I have Matthew McConaughey?
No. Cillian Murphy.
That one I have to check. No.
Okay.
Can I have, this is going great. Can I have Harrison Ford?
No.
Okay.
Emily Blunt.
No. That's a good guess. Like
I'm just trying to
you're just
branch
saying
out.
someone. Yeah. I
Yeah.
respect that. But no, you cannot.
Okay.
Can I have Scarlett Johansson?
I was just gonna say Scarlett Johansson.
Well, you
No,
can
you cannot.
after that. All right.
No.
can
Will
have.
Ferrell.
I don't think so, but that's another one I have to check. Yes, you can.
I can have Will Ferrell? Okay.
Yes, you can.
Let me write that down. All right. What do you got?
Can I have Anne Hathaway?
No.
Okay.
Can I have Kate McKinnon?
No.
It's not an SNL thing.
Oh wait, yeah. No, I'm kidding. Can I have Jason Bateman?
No. Can I have... Wait, actually, let me double check Jason Bateman.
All right, so it's not something that involves you and I.
No, you can't have Jason Bateman. Can I
Okay.
have
I don't have a single one.
Will Ferrell? Can I get Adam Sandler?
No.
The fuck? Okay.
Can I have Adria Arjona?
Yes, you can.
Okay, now we're cooking.
Is it baddies? No.
If you didn't say yes to Anne Hathaway, though, I mean,
Is it Star Wars baddies? Can I get Carrie Fisher?
I don't think so.
Dude, what the fuck?
No, you can't. No. Can I get Carrie Fisher?
No.
Oh,
Can
so
I
it
get
isn't Star Wars.
Zendaya?
It's not Star Wars baddies.
It's not Star Wars baddies. Can I
I
get
was
Zendaya?
like, I think so. I have to double check. My
What
internet
is
is
this
slow.
category they have to look it up every time?
I don't know. You tell me.
You tell me. Actually, I
Yeah,
could see the
yeah,
reflection in your phone. It's
you
people named
can.
Zendaya and Will
You
Ferrell.
you can have Zendaya.
Okay.
Can I have Glenn Powell?
No, you cannot.
Okay,
You don't have
wonderful.
anybody?
I have one. I have Adria Arjona.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is going very well.
Can I get Robert Pattinson?
I highly doubt it.
What? What the fuck?
I highly doubt it. No, you can't. Can
Ooh.
I get?
I think I have a. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, you gotta get 4 before you can even guess, buddy.
I know, but I'm gonna guess in accordance to what I think it could be.
Can I get Emma Stone?
No.
Okay.
Can I get Ryan Gosling?
No.
Fuck. I thought it was gonna be like actors that are married.
Ah,
Because I don't know
that's
if
a
Anne
good one.
Hathaway's married or not, but I thought
She
that's what it was.
definitely is. She's Anne Hathaway, dude.
Dude, well, she's probably getting railed on the low, maybe.
Okay, geez, I hope she never finds this one.
My
Um,
bad, Anne.
can I get? I don't know. Can I get Ryan Gosling?
I want to say no. Yes, you can.
Whoa, let's go,
Yes, you
dude.
can.
Hell yeah. All right.
Can I get? I really didn't think he would be in that category. Can I get Tom Cruise?
You're like, my category is people that I've had a wet dream about.
It's actually all Ryan Gosling.
You cannot have Tom Cruise.
All right, it's not Scientologists.
Bro, what? Is Will Ferrell a Scientologist?
Him and Zendaya.
What?
They talk about it with Tom Cruise.
Can I get can I get Adrian Brody?
No.
Dude, I'm lost with you.
Can I get Jack Black?
That's another one I'm gonna have to check. Yes, you can.
What? Okay.
Can I get? Oh God, this game stinks. Can I? Can I get?
Thanks, Sid, for making us play again.
Jeez.
Actually, I'm having a lot of fun.
No, I am. Can I get Florence Pugh?
Yes.
Okay, we're cooking, baby. Even though I have no idea what the
Are
category
you at
is.
4?
I have 3.
I also have 3. Can I get Kevin Hart?
I think that you can't.
I can't?
No.
Damn it.
Can I get? Let's see, Adria Arjona, Ryan Gosling, Florence Pugh. Can I get? Can I get Cillian Murphy? I don't think I asked.
You can get Cillian Murphy.
Okay. I still don't know what the fuck this is. I
Can
have
I get
4.
Tom Holland?
No, I don't even, no. Yeah, I don't even have to look that one up.
What?
I don't have to look that one up. No. Can I get Timothy Chalamet?
Mm. No.
Okay, great.
Can I get Bryan Cranston?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Can I get? I could technically guess, but I just don't even know what to guess.
Yeah.
Can I get? Um. Jeez. Can I get Ben Affleck?
No. Can I get Jason Segel?
I don't know. I don't. I don't think so.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, you cannot.
Do you think your category is hard?
It's harder than my last one. Do you think your cat? But I don't think it's. I think it's doable. I think
I think
it's a.
mine is pretty easy.
I don't think so, dude. I have no idea. Based on what you've given me,
Yeah. Yeah, you're bad at this game, so
you're not that much better at this game.
you
You're
didn't
like
get the
a.
bald dude. That's like me if you named all redheaded characters
But
and
I
I didn't
wasn't
get
thinking
it.
about it. You said fuck. Who was it? It was Mr. Met, dude. You said fucking Mr. Met. No.
It was Mr.
What,
Met and
what the fuck was I
Walter
supposed?
White.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Oh, imagine you said like fucking Grimace or something.
Like you wouldn't even know how to answer.
No, I didn't know.
Can I get Amy Adams?
No. Can I? I'm gonna use a guess. No, I'm not gonna use a guess. Uh, no, I'm not gonna use a guess.
Might as well, man. This is going on forever.
Can I get Miley Cyrus?
No way, dude. No way you can get Miley
Okay,
Cyrus.
okay.
Can I get Colin Farrell?
Yes.
I'm just guessing random people. I don't even have an inkling of what it is. I'm just trying to like get a group of fucking actors here.
I'm guessing a category. Is it Emmy-winning actors?
Yes, it is. It is
Oh!
Emmy-winning actors and actresses. Who'd you have? I'm curious.
I had Will Ferrell, Zendaya, Jack Black, and Bryan Cranston, and the one that threw me off was Jack Black.
Yeah, he does not have an Emmy. Oh, he
Wait,
does
what?
have an Emmy. Yeah, I'm sorry. He
That's
does.
what threw me off. Is what the fuck does he have an Emmy for?
Let's see. I'm curious.
Also, I don't
know.
really know what Will Ferrell has one for. I just assumed like he's been around a lot. Like I don't know, he's been on TV a lot. But I know Zendaya and Bryan Cranston obviously have Euphoria and
Jack Black won a children's Emmy for his voice performance in Kung Fu Panda: The Dragon Knight.
okay, that's the only TV show I knew he was in. So I was like, fuck it, I know he's in one thing. And then did Will Ferrell win for SNL?
Probably, yeah. Let me double check.
Those were all my assumptions. Was Euphoria, Breaking Bad, Kung Fu Panda, and SNL.
He won an Emmy. I forgot this. He was a producer on Succession, so he won for that.
Oh.
And he also won variety specials for a special he did about All in the Family and Good Times. As well as like television movie he did, but he won as a producer for Succession.
Wow. All right, I'm 3 for 4 on these categories.
I am like 1 for fucking 3, probably 1 for 4. So
You're
I
1
guess
for
if you
3
count,
right
I got.
now.
Well, wait, did I not get any last week?
No, you got 0, and then
Right, so then I got
got the
this
one
one
today.
too.
All right, you got to keep going.
Oh, dude, I fucking throw in the white towel, man. Let's see, because I have Adria Arjona, Ryan Gosling, Florence Pugh, Cillian Murphy, and Colin Farrell. I don't
Think
know
out
what.
loud. Like, who's throwing you off? What similarities do you see? Anything?
Well, Adria Arjona, I guess, throws me off. I would think with Gosling, Pugh, Murphy, and Farrell, I was thinking like Oscar related, but then you said no to Chalamet. You know, it's like, have they all like starred in a Netflix original or something?
Was this your guess?
I might as well use a guess. I don't think Florence Pugh has, but
No.
yeah, I didn't think so. Because I know Adria Arjona was in a Netflix movie. I know Ryan Gosling was in a Netflix movie. I mean, Cillian Murphy's got Peaky Blinders. You know, I don't know.
Well, oh, I don't know that. Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, and The Gray Man.
Oh yeah, that shitty movie.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just like, have they all been in a Netflix movie? All right, let me try and get another actor. Can I get Zendaya? I never asked that one.
I'm gonna say no, and yeah, no.
Are these like all actors like under a certain age? But no, because then you said no to like Chalamet and shit. Dude, I have no idea. Are they like all actors that like worked with a specific person? Maybe.
That's what I thought you were doing.
Like, I have no idea, dude. I'll like try another guess or two, and then just for the sake of this runtime, I might fucking like just throw in the
This
towel.
game
Let's
always
see.
takes so long.
Can I get? Well, I know. Where was it? We have time. No. Can I get? Um, who have I not guessed yet? Can I get Jessica Chastain?
Jessica Chastain. I also like thinking about like how no, you can't. Just the random celebrities we can pull out of our asses.
I know. It's like I'm trying to even like think about who to guess. You know, can I get uh The Rock?
No.
Man, I'm totally lost. Are these like all actors that have starred in a movie that you have seen in theaters or something?
I'll give you a hint. Has nothing to do with their work.
That's even worse. All right. Are they all fucking married or something? Like, is that no? Because I definitely said someone who was married. Like Jessica Chastain's got to be married, right? Like, you know.
Probably.
Geez, it has nothing to do with their work, bro. What the fuck? Are these all like actors with fucking brown eyes or something? Like brown
It could
hair?
be possible.
Like, I don't know. Is it? Like, I don't know. Like,
No, I don't think so.
all right. Let me try and get one or two more actors in here.
You're like in the right realm of things, though.
Can I get Willem Dafoe?
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, no.
Are they like a certain height or something? Like, are they like actors with the fattest asses? Like, are they?
Adrian Jonah, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, man.
I'll tell you right now, like Ryan Gosling would be the one to throw me off if I were you.
All right. So are Jonah, Pugh, Murphy, and Farrell? Like, what the fuck does Cillian Murphy have to do with Adria Arjona? Um, I don't know, man. I gotta eat dinner. I'm gonna throw in the towel.
None of them are American.
Ryan Gosling isn't American?
I had to look him up. When I thought of this category, I was like, easy. He's gonna like know all their accents and stuff like this. And then I thought, once you guessed Ryan Gosling, I was like, fuck, Canadians. I was like, fuck, the Canadians are gonna ruin this. I forgot about Canadians.
That's a good category. I just wasn't thinking about nationality. I was getting closer, but
You were getting close. Once you said brown eyes, I was like, oh, he's getting there. He's getting there. Dude, fucking Canadians.
I could have sat here for another 5-10 minutes before I got that though. Like,
I wouldn't have to look anybody up until I realized that Canadians. I was like, fuck Canadians. Dude.
Until Canadians exist, and you're like, oh.
Until
shit.
I remember Canada.
You should have just done actors that aren't Canadian or American.
I know actors not from North America.
Anyway, no, those were good categories. I'm just not that good at this game, dude.
It's tough because it could have been. It literally could have been anything. It could have been actors that I've seen their underwear on TV. You know,
that's why I was like, what is the connection here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and then when you say it's not their work, I'm like, well, I'm really not sure what the connection is now. So
actors with necks that are longer than 8 inches.
You're like going and measuring. I measure on my TV. Ever.
Yeah. All right, that was fun. Let's
wrap it up with some seesaw.
Yeah, let's get through. Let's go through the end. I'll start because you were just guessing a lot.
Yeah,
I'll start because I feel like. All right, we'll do some seesaw to end the episode. Let me just pull up my seesaw. All right, something I saw recently. You probably saw it on my Letterboxd. Follow me on Letterboxd at Jack Maloney. I saw the new Netflix movie Thrash, new Netflix original shark thriller horror movie. I gave it 1.5 stars. Just straight up dog shit. I mean, I'll give you this. It's a quick watch. Like, it goes by so fast, but you know nothing about the characters. They're all just introduced and show up and do nothing the whole movie. And it's just really dumb. It's a really dumb movie. But the shark stuff is actually entertaining. So like it's not the worst movie in the world, but when the sharks attack, it's cool. But besides that, Thrash, whatever. Something I want to see is we got a trailer a couple days ago for Punisher: One Last Kill, the Punisher special presentation. We talked about it a little bit a week or two ago. That trailer looked sick. I don't know if you saw it. Curtis from the original series is coming back. So again, they're leaning into You know, he was his friend with one leg, the black guy with one leg. They're really leaning into the Netflix shit. I love that. Curtis is coming back. One Last Kill. Don't know what that means, but it looks insane. So I'm very, very excited for that. And then that transition from Daredevil to Punisher to Spider-Man. It's gonna be awesome. So it's gonna be a
Yeah, but it's
very
not like
good.
they're gonna kill him off because you know he's in Spider-Man.
Exactly. It's gonna be a very good. It's gonna be fun to watch that transition as we get closer to Spider-Man. So I'm very excited for that.
Dude, I'm looking at your letterbox like recents. You got to watch better movies, dude. I
I
mean, what do you
know.
expect? You're just picking garbage.
I've been
Fucking
watching a lot of
Thrash,
streaming,
Mercy.
a
What the
lot of
fuck?
streaming stuff recently, just to get my 2026 movies up. You know.
Ah, who gives a shit if they're bad though? Like I could have told you that Thrash movie was gonna stink.
Well, I was also watching it like at work, so I didn't want to watch a movie I had to pay attention to too much.
You watch movies that you have to pay attention to at work anyway, though.
That's
You're gonna watch.
true.
You watch it. Have you ever watched a single Bible study film outside of work? I
Sometimes
guess
in the
Mad
morning.
Max, like
Yeah, Mad
you
Max.
know.
Sometimes in the morning before work, I'll watch it, or I'll watch it at school.
Okay, all right. You have 2 weeks. You always wait till the day of.
But,
Fair enough, though. Something I saw recently is an old film called The Searchers. This is a John Wayne Western. I've actually had never seen a John Wayne film before. It's about a Civil War veteran who spends years searching for his niece that was captured by the Kampachi tribe, the Native Americans. And as his search goes on, the people that are around him are like wondering his true motivations behind this. This was a really remarkable film. It's visually stunning, and its portrayal of the brutally unforgiving nature of the frontier life in the American West was something to behold. You know, it really implemented this like moral ambiguity. It's especially true for this main character, as you can tell. It adds this like nuance to the Western genre that I don't think necessarily existed prior to this film's release, which was 1956. Just an ambivalent darkness in general. It was really interesting. Gorgeous score. The mise en scène, you know, the shots were incredible. The opening and closing shot like bookend in a way that's really, really cool. And it's Technicolor, which, as we all know, is like a lost art. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't. Technicolor is not used anymore. So, I thought The Searchers from John Ford, starring John Wayne, was a remarkable Western, very different from the Sergio Leone spaghetti Westerns of the 60s, but a great film nonetheless.
at what
So,
point does he dress up as a clown and become a serial killer?
what John Wayne? Yeah, dude, facts, man. He's just that's the sequel. It's the sequel to The Searchers called The Finders.
The fine little John Wayne Gacy joke for those at home.
If anyone got the reference.
Sure, everyone understood that.
Something I want to see is the new film coming out in theaters this weekend, Mother Mary, starring Anne Hathaway. This is from director David Lowery, who's done a couple other recent films that I loved, A Ghost Story and The Green Knight. I love Anne Hathaway. The film looks really unique. It looks just bizarre. I'm very excited to see this collaboration, and I'm looking forward to reviewing it on the next episode. So this is definitely one that's been on my radar. It's the first of the 5 releases that Anne Hathaway has this year. Like we all talk about
She's
Zendaya
back.
having a big year, but Anne Hathaway has a big year too, and this is the first one, so I look forward to it.
Mommy Mary or whatever it's called. Mommy May I? What is it?
Dude, it's Mother Mary, but really, I mean, she's Mommy Mary, if you ask me.
Dude, she still looks like she's like 28 years old.
She's LeBron.
She's LeBron. She's the LeBron of white women. Don't get it. Wow, good for her.
Alrighty.
All right. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Another great episode, another long one. Holy shit. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
This should not have been this long because it didn't need to be. It's that fucking game.
This is us.
No, it's that game. We're not, sorry, Sid, we're not doing Tower of Categories for a little while.
We gotta wait. We gotta
wait.
We got other games to play that take 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we're sitting here like, can I have? It's like the Patrick meme from the episode when they do the Krusty Krab training video.
Oh yeah, he's fucking brain dead. All right, thank you guys for watching. Follow us on all our socials at Box Office Dynasty. Follow our letterbox so you can find us at Jack Maloney, at Josh Masho. If you want to see early reviews and shit, because we be posting shit on Letterboxd all the time. Go ahead.
Are we still sponsored or did they drop us?
No, we still are, but nobody really uses our code, so it really doesn't matter at this
So you
point.
just don't give a shit anymore. That's hilarious. All right. Well, if you're from W Energy, sorry about that.
Yeah, use code box office at W if you want 10% off your next purchase. But whatever.
Jack, we gave up on the sponsor after 2 fucking weeks.
We still are sponsored. We don't actually have to shout them out every episode, but
I feel like we kind of do. That's like the whole point of a sponsor.
no, it's not the way they run.
Don't you
things.
watch YouTube and they like have to like they do the sponsor every week on videos?
I know, but W doesn't check. They don't check. So
because no one watches our fucking episode.
all right, use code box office at W's website if you want energy drinks with no jitters, no crash, and you get a shitload of flavors. And Josh is a corporate scumbag, so
I'm the opposite, dude. You're the one who sold us out to fucking W Energy.
yeah, I'm not even making any money off it.
I'm not. What the fuck? Fuck. All right, I'm not even gonna say that.
No. All right, bye guys.
All right,
We
bye
love you.
everybody.